Yo, 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 yo. How's it going? Another day, I forgot to fix my microphone. This is fine. There's no issues. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. Sorry, I'm being eclectic. It's just one of the joints is loose, but to tighten it, I have to disassemble half of it and then reassemble it. And I haven't done that. But we're playing Pathologic 3 today. Free. I've not played the other two. So, yeah. This will be Pathologic 1 for me. I don't know if I was told I don't need to play the others. That was conferred to me. But we shall see. We shall see. I'm not sure. I'll leave that open. Let me close that. Hopefully this isn't a game. Some games like to do that thing where they're like, hey, there's story right at the beginning. Oh, I forgot to change the thing. Okay, that's fine. You know where they're like, hey, before you even get into like the main menu, here's a bit of story. I hate that. Hopefully this doesn't do that. I haven't run it yet, so I don't even know if it works. I guess I'll do that now. I'll change the settings quickly while I get up to speed with streaming. Hype Train, I recognize that publisher. Why do I recognize that publisher? Okay, Q. Turn on streamer mode. Okay. Apparently has nudity. Okay. Guess. I don't know what PCF is. I don't like motion blur. Motion blur intensity very low. I don't know. I'll just set everything to high, and then if my GPU implodes, I'll know. I don't know what the difference between PCF and PCSS is. Okay. Apply. Why is resolution scale a slider? What does that mean? Okay, I'm ready for the game proper. Oh! The clock. Is the audio fine? Should I turn it up? Seems fine. Maybe it's a bit loud, I don't know. Looks fine on the board. I guess I'm okay.
I'm Daniel Dankovsky.
I'm Daniel.
Of medicine. All my life I have been studying death, the greatest boundary holding humanity back. The powers that be were frightened of my search. My lab in the capital was about to be closed. But it cannot be denied that some phenomena might be found.
That is a giant cow.
Most remote parts of our country. Little towns that are yet to be explored by forward-thinking minds. People accept the supposed imminence of death way too easily. We meekly follow our life's path to it, like cattle to the slaughter. But we shouldn't. My search for immortality has brought me rumors of one, Simon Kane, a supposedly immortal man, living in one such town. He might be just the proof all my theories need. The final patient. I need to find him.
I think they killed that cow, by the way.
All my life's work is doomed.
You could have just chased after those kids very easily. J, to view the mind map. My thoughts, conclusions, deliberations. To see events of a specific day, press its number on the surface. Okay. My luggage was stolen. No choice but to start searching for it. Starting where I arrived. Immortal man. Are you serious? Attention gaze. Some objects can be useful if I can spot them easily if I hold Q to concentrate. Some will affect your mental state. Elu. Okay, my mental state is being mentalified. Is this the same, or this is all the same? Beetle. So I'm a dude who's all like, what? Hello. I say, a living, breathing person stepping off our train. Do you normally only get dead people? Why are you staring at me like a cow in a new gate? My luggage has been stolen. Where's my Christmas? I suppose I'm more on the far side of the grave than the near, but some say that resurrection is not impossible. Where did you come from? The train, as you yourself pointed out. The capital. And I'm told is supposedly a mortal man's. My class at university had a good to answer to that question. The capital. Right. Do you city folk always take 20 trunks of shirts with you? Or did you manage to cut down to 10, sir? Doesn't matter how many I took with me. They get stolen within the first minute. Just kids being kids. No need to be mean to them. What, should I thank them? Give them candy? Exactly. If you need your shirt so badly, why don't you go looking for the tots that ran off with them? Just ask them kindly. These kids are like magpies. They'll trade your precious linens from the capital back in exchange for bits of coloured glass or even just a story. Whatever you do, don't hurt them. Not shirts, plenty of stories to tell, but usually they involve vivisections. I suppose kids do like that sort of thing. Why'd I have bits of glass? Just have about one on my watch face. May have to waste time on both literature. Say, is the capital a real place? In a sense, of course, the capital is a myth, and that myth is the real capital. I wish it wasn't. The Canes came from the capital and made our town, but no real people have come from there ever since. So I was thinking, perhaps Simon Kane simply made up the capital or everything else. What do you mean they made your town? In a small town like yours, oh, time is passing. A single individual's authority can be. I assure you, though, Cain did not make up the capital. Reasoning. Sometimes I need to take a step back from the moment and think logically through something. Helps me with a piece stitched together. My suitcases are missing. I'm useless without my tools. Perhaps I'll recover something intact along the way. Follow the thieves' trail of ripped suitcases. Microscope and prototype matter the most. Okay, I seem to be getting stressed from the options I picked. J, to view the mind map. Such a serene place. Immortality still exists in our country. It would be here. No help. Locals treat children with strange deference. I'll have to catch the thieves myself. New shoes, may I introduce you to the station mud? Hey, eyes on us. The thief's seen us. The thief. Mr. Thief, are you for real? Some say say something in thief speak. What do you mean, Mr. Thief? You're the ones who stole my things. Thief, you stole the train's heart. You did. Just ripped it out and stole it. And now it'll die without a heart. Many creatures in this world survive very well without hearts. A train they believe would belong in the order of Crastillian worms. They don't need hearts. You stupid, Mr. Worms don't look like that. They have arms and legs and a forehead. And 2 hearts. One in his chest, one in his wife's. And bristles. You forgot bristles. What bristles? Have you even ever seen a worm? They're bald. You're not just a thief. You're a dummy too. Listen, boy. Enough jokes for today. I've come to this town on important business, which I cannot conduct without my microscope and prototype. Please return them to me. Hey, hold on. No need for all the begging and all the politeness. What did I even do to you anyway? I didn't take nothing. It was all Jekyll. What is this boy? This boy be crazy. My microscope and prototype are precise to look at instruments. If they break, they'll only be scrap metal and glass. They'll just die like the train. You don't want that, do you? I don't. And tell me where Jekyll's taken them. No, Jekyll's taken the heart back to fix the train. That way to its face. Am I a snitch now, Mr. Thief? No, a snitch is someone who runs off to inform without asking to do so. You're an honest witness. Okay. I can't jump. This is a jumpless game. No jumping allowed. The hell is that? Oh. Friends will honor my victory. Okay. More. Didn't he say the train's heart, though? Doesn't seem like the train's heart. The most fragile ones didn't break. Okay. What's in the box? Okay. Yo, get the frick away from here. Hey, back off, you. Get away from the gals, and from me too. I'm afraid of Uncle Roan when he boozes up. I ain't afraid of you neither. I've got a knife. You can't hurt us, got it? Booze up. What the hell are you talking about? I'm not drunk. Hands are shaking, and you got those crazy eyes. Uncle Roan gets those eyes too when he reaches for a second bottle and he shakes. And he picks fights. But don't even think about picking a fight with me. I got a real knife, I do. Wait, hold on. If you look like the Uncle Ronzio, that means I really do. What are you babbling about? And Jenka got one too. We all got knives, actually. Oof, I get it now. Let me calm down and we'll talk normal. It's hard for me to talk to people when I'm too apathetic or manic. I need to stabilize my condition first. I to open inventory. Nervous tension makes me quicker. Head swings. My state of mind can be changed with drugs. Some make me apathetic. Others make me manic. I need to keep an eye on my mental state and my supply of drug. I'm a druggie? Damn, okay. Addictive. Is there anything that's not addictive? Everything is addictive. Except for the bullet. I guess I'll take some of this.
Quiet, Ted. Shh.
Nuh-uh, it's quiet. It's dead already. A dead heart keeps beating for 40 days. That's what my mum says. It couldn't have been dead that long. Do it. Tack it on. It won't fit in there. It just won't. Told ya we should have stuck it in the belly, not the mouth. Life's in the belly. Everybody knows that. Nope. The locomotive's life sits in the front with the driver. That's where the fire is. So the heart should be too. That's what Boulder told me. You're Jenka, right? You're correct. Train's life is in its locomotive, which is housed in the front. Be gone, vile snake. You killed the other trains, didn't you? It's because of you they don't come to us no more. We were wondering and we didn't know why they kept dying. We got a whole graveyard. They're all rusted up and they can't go anywhere. And it's all because of you. You stole the train's heart for yourself and carried it away in a suitcase, and now the train's dead. The train stopped coming long ago. It can't be my fault. I've never been here before. I'm not very good at stealing hearts. That's true. Never seen him here before. So he steals hearts from the future then. You steal hearts from the future, mister? How's the game so far? It's alright, Squirmy. It's confusing. I just got off a train and some kids stole my shit and I don't know what's going on. And also, apparently I want him more, and no one is talking straight, and everyone's talking in weird, disjointed rhymes. And I honestly just want to beat the ever-loving crap out of all these kids. Also, there was a giant cow that they murdered, but they murdered it slightly off screen. This one is the least confusing of the trio. Okay. Said yourself the train's heart is in the front. I rode in a carriage in the middle. How could I get to the heart then? Through the bowels, like all men could do. You don't get to the heart through the bowels, my young friend. You'll hit quite a different body part first. Without it, the train stopped wailing, stopped moving too. That means it's dead. So this is its heart, obviously, right? Well, that's a bit of a simplistic response to stimuli is just one characteristic of light, but not exhaustive. I don't know how to make you all understand that my prototype has nothing to do with the train. Look, they made a different okay. Don't pick adaptation, because they'll be like, oh, we'll adapt this stupid piece of my equipment on them. Went to Starbucks for my free drink, and the gal running the drive-thru gave me a couple of free bakery items. Nice. Hereditary. Good movie. Before, trains came every week. Then it was just 2 weeks. Now it's every 2 months or even less. They don't leave ever. They just lay there and wait. It's because the war. No, it's because they don't love us no more. And if we heal this one, they'll love us again, and they'll come back and bring meringues? I don't know what that word is. Look, my prototype is not train's heart. It certainly won't repair it. It is an interesting thing in itself, so let's make a deal. You give it back, and I'll tell you how it works. I don't know. There will be corpses in the tail. A whole pile of them. These corpses, were they stabbed or strangled? The kin must never cut. They only strangled. So if they were stabbed, kin didn't do it. Look here. Let me take the prototype. Oh, I fucked up. It was an eye, but I'm pretty sure that I'm at least 10 years older than her. So I keep it friendly at most. Yeah, there's someone at work like that. Who's just quite, yeah, quite young. And I'm like, cool. Just nod and smile and keep working. I won't run away. I promise. To wind it up, you need to turn this handle clockwise. Did I just die? What? Why is it doing the Dark Souls die noise? Hello? Your drain seems to be running. But seriously, what the fuck? We're not gonna deal with that? It's really loud. What is happening?
People, yes. God's skin.
Fuck me.
Covered
This guy's
in
talking.
skin. That's what they are. People.
This is trippy, this game. I had a girl that's 18, she doesn't take the hint. Straight up told her in 3253. Yeah, what's the rule? You're 3,233? Wow. Look great for your age. Half your age plus 7 is the rule that people use. I would never go lower than 10 years. I feel like there's too much of a generation ship if you go lower than 10 years. I think it's the cat that's keeping me young. Yeah. They're sharing their lives. That's 27 lives across. So, if you to do half plus 7, 30, 15... 50, 16 and a half plus 7. So we'll just get rid of the half. 16, 23. 23 would be your number. Yeah, I think 10 years difference either way is too much of a generational shift. I work with people that argue that they're millennials, and I'm like, you're not. I don't understand why you've come to this conclusion. You're not. Chief, to prime it, hold this crank and turn it clockwise. Chief, hello? Oh, for crying out loud, your mind's flown away again. My mind and I are planted firmly on the ground. Wait, but he sung a song and then is speaking normally. Hello, Simfal. Yeah, Symbol can't date anyone that isn't a tree by how old he is. Symbol be counting the rings on trees going, this tree's too young. Gen Z wants to be millennials. Older millennials want to be Gen X. Their own special gen. Yeah, millennials are definitely like that. Which I may or may not be a part of. Gen Z's weird. Gen Z wants to get away as far away from Gen Alpha as humanly possible. They're like rats in a barrel trying to get out. I get the impression Sinful is only a couple years older than me. Might need to call it on the old jokes. I feel like age is like... This is going to make me sound old. Age is a state of mind, and if it is, Simfo is like 1 billion years old. He's like that guy that has the painting that ages, but he doesn't age. He's like that, except for he ages. He has Benjamin Button's disease, but it doesn't reverse. It just stays that old. I don't want to end up like Kingdom making short jokes. Kingdom's very short. It's very short. My mind and I are planted firmly on the ground. Sure you are. Anyway, as I was saying, the crank is stiff. You'll have to use some force. Planton, are you crazy? There's a gas leak. What did you call me in here for? To seal the Borg and evacuate quickly. No, Daniel. What we have to do is load that prototype you're fiddling with and use it to get into the mall. A woman rose from the dead in there, and it will be, I think you'll agree, extremely frustrating if she dies again. We must get her out. Risen? From the dead? Collecting tissue samples to determine the onset rigor mortis when I heard a noise. It turned around and holy smokes, a woman was sitting up on the gurney, stiff as a poker, grasping in her throat. I started towards her, but I smelled the gas and pulled the alarm lever. Chlorine isn't known for bringing back the dead, but if the woman was brought here by mistake, alive, perhaps the gas could have irritated her mucous membrane enough to wake her. Chief, you're braiding another one of your chains of hypotheticals. We need to practical observation. Pull out the patient, then write the monograph. Not the other way around. You're right. Tell me, what should I do with this device, this prototype? I think you called it. I already told you. But fine. How you doing, Simfal? How you doing, Squirmy? Hope you're doing well. Mugenics on Tuesday, by the way. Mucous membrane? That's important. I'll remember that one. I'll stick it in my brain. Mugenics on Tuesday. I'm gonna play that shit. I'm super excited about it. I'm locked in. It's yeah. We old men need to get our dating game up. Why are you saying we? Why you include why we? I don't want anything to do with you with that. I'm fine over here. So 25 down does sound reasonable. At this point, they should be close to actually grown up. 25 is the argument that is made where the mind settles enough. You 30 yet, Rick? No comment. You don't get to know. Assume I'm both 18 and 99. Everyone at 30 or above is ancient and about to collapse into a pile of dust. I'm not admitting I'm not admitting I'm 30. I'm not admitting I'm 13. I know the answer is yeah. You know what you want to know. I'm an immortal being that doesn't age. I was here before time, and I'll be here after. I will watch the demise of civilizations. Entire galaxies will fall beneath my gaze. And I'll look on, and I'll think, that was boring. I'll sit there and go, I'd prefer to watch season 3 of One Punch Man. They've aged very well. I will say, I still get ID'd every single time. So, I guess you can gauge that as if I've aged well or not. I am definitely over the legal age of most things. So, I've definitely, that's good. It's actually really annoying, and I hate it. But, I hate being ID'd. So, in the UK, you don't ID... You gauge it. You don't have to ID. I think it's a bit different in America. Don't you guys, ID a lot? Or is that just going out to places? I actually keep a few grey hairs a bit to avoid getting ID'd. It isn't working. I'm just waiting for someone to pull the pluff on the simulation so I can get... Didn't they come out and be like, nah, it's not a simulation? I'm pretty sure that's what they said. Nah, we're here, baby. Technically, we're supposed to ID regardless, but most people are still IDing people. Yeah, we have a thing called Think 25, which is essentially a UK mandated thing that if anyone looks under 25, even though the legal age is 18, that they have to be ID'd. What was I saying? Also, I've been watching the Mega 64 live... I talked about this the other day, but I've been watching the Mega 64 live stream where Rocco was stuck in a room for 10 days. And the chat just keeps playing someone called Hobo Johnson. I've never heard of Hobo Johnson until now. And he sounds like the biggest douchebag. I just need people to know that there's someone out there who's in a band and his name is Hobo Johnson and he sounds fucking god-awful. When I was a bartender, the older ladies loved me for it. The older men hated it. I mean, that makes sense. Makes them feel their immortality. when I worked in stores, kind of the opposite, Scrammy. The older men loved me to the point of I was physically abused sexually, as I've said. There was a lot of groping, touching, squeezing. Yeah. Yes, when I worked front-facing retail, I was quite the twink bait, as some might call it. Yeah. I'm a very skinny, like average height. Do I compliment myself? Attractive? I'd call myself attractive. I'd date me. Technically, I do. I have relations with myself. Goddamn twinks. I'm twinking. It's twinking time. Man, if there'd been like a rich sugar daddy, that quote exists. I'm 100% sure that quote exists. But that's funny that there's two now. Your hand thinks you're attractive. I sit on my hand. It's called the lazy stranger. That's a king joke. I mean, I know I'm attractive. I'm attractive enough. I have attracted enough people to statistically be like, I am someone's type that finds me attractive. That is somewhat common. Which is broken and mentally unstable human beings. I do me. You know that line? What's that movie? I do me. I probably wouldn't do me. I'd have to listen to myself afterwards. That's quite annoying. I'm always like, I'm like the aftercare. I shouldn't put it like that. It's like, do I talk? Do I say nothing? It's the aftercare that I'm a bit like. I just go. Okay, I'm not gonna. No. You don't get any more information. This is post-work Banrik who's tired, and you're getting more information out of me than you should. We're playing a game. They sent me a review key. You know, they'll probably somewhat review this VOD. Okay. You're holding an experimental prototype meant to dissipate tuberculosis, miasma. Remember the consumption task force. Kaufman? Didn't he make friends? Gorski. Anna Stein. These are weird names. True issue discussed here. So what's your issue on the Epstein file? Damn, has it hit that much critical mass? That even Squirmy's bringing up the Epstein files? Damn. You guys... Okay. I'm not. I know this is putting people off because it's so depressing. But like... You can just say now that America has a pedophile president. Pedo-prez. It's just a statement of fact now. Like it just is. It's just not even like. It's not even like handkerchief like ooh, behind like closed doors kind of hoity-toity. No, it's just there. It's just there. And everyone's like, what the fuck? And everyone else is like... That's like you could have said that every year. Yeah, but I mean like... But like, no. But like, this is different. This is not like... This isn't like... Some political like... Two-faced game. This is just a guy being like, yeah, and I'll do it again. And you got people, but you got like people that support him are going like, now their argument is, you know, raping kids, what's so wrong with that? And it's like, what? What? Bro, I work with a guy. I know it's insane. I can't. Squirm it. It's like. I don't. This is the end. This is the end. this is the end of an era. Like, I don't mean that ironically. I don't mean that silly. This is the end of a certain type of normalcy that we've had for, like, almost 100 years. We are shifting. This is a shift. This is a tectonic shift. It will play out differently for different, like, economic states. I feel really sorry for Canada. Europe's going to do its own thing. Asia's going to be like... Asia's just, like, rubbing their hands going, ooh, my time to shine. You should have heard his mental gymnastics over Trump being anti-guns. This weirdo is super programmed and we're still excusing it. It's like, yeah, well, he's not talking about me. He's just taking those guns from those dirty lips. They'll just give the dirty lib guns to me. Now, we've moved past interesting times, Simfol. We're now in, like, reality-altering times. I don't know. There's not... I don't know if people need time in the US, or there's just not enough mental growth to maybe be like, have that reflection of being like, maybe we made a mistake. You know? Maybe this was a mistake. Maybe where we are now was a mistake. Maybe we made a mistake. You know what would fix... Oh, I wouldn't. But you know what would go a long way for the US? Just put Bernie. Bernie in charge of the Dems. They'll never do it. They'll never ever do it. They hate that guy. They fucking hate Bernie. Bernie, from a European point of view, is not left-wing at all. But for you guys, he is. You guys are like, oh, he's like a Marxist. And we're looking at him like, he's pretty right-wing. Bernie would be good for them. But they think he's like a Marxist. They think he's going to raise up the USSR in North America. I don't get it. Bernie's like, how about we just slightly take better care of each other and have legal weed and, just chill a bit. Give Bernie whatever the Queen had and get him in office. Oh, I know I shouldn't be talking about this. Bernie is anti-Russia, though, no? That doesn't... That's not Marxist. Okay. We need to have a conversation about Marxism. Bernie's one of the few potential candidates I wanted to vote for. Yeah, he seems like a cool guy. Yeah, but it's really stupid. That's political. I guess is an ideology politics inherently, and then we're getting into a whole other thing. Yeah, Bernie seems like he should be. He's too old now. For fuck's sake, this guy coming in. But speaking, you brought up the Queen. It's really funny. I'm super happy with the news at the moment. Hello, Simful. Because it turns out that Andrew, who's not a prince anymore, who is super best friends with Epstein. No, the Queen isn't on the Epstein list, but she gave Andrew... I can't call him Prince Andrew anymore. That's not his title. He's just Andrew now. Gave Andrew $2 million to silence one of the victims from thing. And she, it's come out, a whole bunch of notes that she fully supported Andrew. And now people, all these, hardcore, staunch royalists being like, oh, maybe the royals are fucked up. And as a Republican, the classical term, not Republican as, your political party. As a Republican, I'm like, let's get rid of those fuckers. They can stay in a little house and they can be a tourist attraction, but let's fucking get rid of them. Let's be a republic. Let's fucking finally do it. Let's tear down the state and rebuild it. But maybe we look at a different way than having a House or a Senate. Man, if I saw... I'd only say... If I saw Trump in any like situation, the only thing I'd say to him, other than referring to him as a pedophile as much as possible, you can keep that quote. I'd say to him, hey, you shit your pants yet? Or are you about to do it? And every time he responded a bit, you shitting right now? Shitting? Someone showed me a clip of him in the White House, and he's like doing something. He's got a bunch of people talking. He's talking at the cameras, and mid him talking, he literally shits his pants. You hear it very audibly, and I'm like, the fuck. And the woman behind him and like RFK Jr. like both pull this face as soon as the sound. They're like, oh. He's just sitting there sitting and shitting. Right, at least the gas hasn't done you any lasting damage. A million little details as always. That's reassuring. I'd feel even better if we could leave this more. Of course I remember. The wake of Bazin, they were commissioned to make a device to dispute miasma, but I believe meant for something other than tuberculosis. Ladies and gentlemen, the leader of the most powerful nation on earth. I probably shouldn't talk about this, but I fully believe he won't make it to the end of his term. Which is scary in its own way. Like a Harry Potter. Yeah, he's got like little minions that probably. No, that's not a hope though, Squirmy, because then you got JD Couchfucker Vance in. That guy's like more competent and less competent at the same time. It's not Rubio. It's the vice president moves into that. Why would it be Rubio? The fuck? Take out the whole lot of them. Well, why does Rubio just move up? What the fuck is that? It's Vance, the vice president. Vance. He's gonna sell you a couch. Only slightly fucked. Babyface Vance, who hates that one picture so very much. Who is very obviously banging that person who I probably shouldn't say the name of's wife. I don't think I'm allowed to even say that name anymore. I think it's got so charged. Let's leave the morgue. This magnificent gizmo disperses an area, so I want someone who isn't on the list. Bernie is not on the list. Oh my god, if Bernie was on the list. I think like there is some level-headed and smart politicians in the US who are saying, hey, we need to accept that there are politicians from both sides on the list. I seen like an interview with this one, I don't remember her name, and she's like, we need to clear house, on both sides. It's like, there's some deep rot that needs clearing out. You guys also need to put in like a politician age limit where they get to a certain age and they have to retire. You know, like retirement. Because like you guys have like the He-Man movie, that's the live action He-Man movie is actually using fucking Congress as inspiration because you guys have got so many Skeletors. It's a good joke. It's a good joke. Like, too old. I wonder... Wait, despite the first load of this prototype, there's bottles of solution in the beige cabinet. Best set it on the table while you load it. You can't do it while you're holding it. What is happening? Yeah, but people in power would have to make that happen. Yeah, I know. It's the same rule in the UK where first past the post, which we have, which is like a voting system. Every party's like, we'll probably get rid of that. And then they come in and realize that it got them into power and they go, we're not going to get rid of that. It's the same fucking thing. Bunch of old rebuilt shitting around, shitting themselves and collecting a check while out of touch. Yep. Yep. I love how... So we're getting some knockoff from the Epstein files as well. One of our advisors to our politics, turns out he was super good friends with Epstein, and it's causing huge waves for our leader who kept him in power and kept defending him, and then it turned out all this shit and it keeps getting worse and worse for him. So it's good. But then it's turned out that the amount of rot that rooted from specifically Epstein is insane. Where he's sending emails where he's literally like, my goal is to destabilize the West. To cause chaos. And it's like, what the fuck is this? Looney Tunes, Bond villain-esque. What is this? How does this exist? Someone looked at the 90s and early 2000s and went, see that? That's too stable. Let's destroy that. And a bunch of other rich people went, yeah, let's do that. I don't understand this. Getting raw everywhere, even the best and most well-meaning government. Oh. Yeah, there's always forms of corruption. You can never fully get rid of the mold. It's not getting rid of the mold that's important because it's a part of the, like, it's part of life, the mold. It's how efficient you are at dealing with the mold, you know? Mold will always come back. But having systems in place to deal with the mold is what's important. Yeah, I don't know. Like, they could have just, like, not had him in prison and then just, like, maybe he was making really big threats. I don't know. Maybe they say only half of the files have been released. Like, maybe in the other files we'll find out that he was literally, and there's a lot of it. They're still going through all of that. Every day there's something new. But maybe he was like, nah, I'm bored with this. I'm about to implode everything. I don't know what the plan was. It was almost like there wasn't a plan. It's more about the consolidation and the coagulation of power to a few cliques. I know. And unfortunately, as depressing as it is to say, while I don't want it to happen, large-scale conflicts seem to be one of the few things that causes humanity to look internally and go, hey, wait a minute, maybe we shouldn't fucking horribly destroy ourselves. And I wish it wasn't that way. But maybe we'll have a pluribus situation and we'll all become a hive mind. I really don't want you guys to see my inner thoughts. I think that would be crazy. That dancing clown gal in the inner recesses of my brain should never be released for anyone else. What she does with those balloon animals is, you wouldn't want to know. Most of the stuff hasn't been released. And it's been firmly proven that DOJ... Yeah, so many different, like, sectors of your own government is breaking the law, and everyone's like, well, who do we go to if the lawmakers are breaking the law? And everyone's like, oh, I don't know. The biggest surprise to me about the US is the level of apathy overall. I always assumed, maybe it was an assumption made by media, but I always assumed, like, people would get, like, riled up and there'd be, like, a lot more unrest, but there's a lot more kind of just like, meh. I don't know, I'm just very surprised. But I don't know. If we become a hive mind, you guys would not be happy with how much of my brain is devoted to stray cats. I mean, if it's Plaubius, I haven't seen much of Plaubius. But I think we'd all be happy all the time. Yeah. I don't know. I should watch Plaubius. Should be illegal to redact anything at all. Yet here we are. After all, what are they doing by redacting anything except from protecting pedophiles and criminals straight up? It's funny what the Norwegian, is it Norway? They have that law where everything has to be like transparent with their like in their country, and then Trump was like threatening them because he thought they were Greenland or something, or Denmark, and then he was like, here it is. This is literally what he said. Trump got like a hissy face, like, I literally have to do this. It's part of. You use the excuse of protecting the victim, which is valid. That's a tool to protect the actual scum. Yeah. I'm pretty sure a bunch of the victims have been like, no, we're okay with this coming out. Please do. First you load the so I need to load a prototype. First you load the prototype There's bottles of solution in the beige cabinet. We don't, no. France really did us a solid there and kind of support, like, gave you, like, really pushed for your, like, through the War of Independence. Was like, hey, you can be a part of France if you want. Take the French. Wouldn't it be funny if, like, a giant French, like, ship came over to New York and just took the Statue of Liberty back? Just like, nah, we'll take this back now. You've lost your Statue of Liberty privileges. We're just taking this back. Just put giant hooks over it. You know, people would be like, people in America would be like, yeah, that's a stupid statue anyway. A fucking lib statue. Get that fucking. Where's the man statue? And then Trump would literally make a male version of the Statue of Liberty, which would definitely have guns and probably be stepping on someone's head. And he'd be wearing an ice mask or something. I don't know. It'd be him. Like the Kennedy Center that he tried to rename to his own fucking name. And now he's shutting it down because he's having a hissy fit. Make our own statue made of pure gold. Trump holding guns with a ball. And it'd actually be the Trump company that would build it. And it'd only be leased out to New York. And then after 10 years, it'd go back to the Trump company made of pure gold. And then they'd get to keep it. And they'd probably like just pocket it. When you're playing a game, yeah, there's a man here. I literally said, I prefaced when I started talking about it. I was like, I'm only going to mention this one tiny thing. And then I just knew it would set me off. But that's how it's a pressure cooker. And the pressure is so over the limit. Like, you can't not talk about these things and be outraged. Like, I talked about this thing where I saw that GIF on 4chan of an animal being abused. And it's like one of the most upset that I've ever been looking at anything on the internet. But like, not to get into it, but like the clips I unfortunately have been exposed to of people in like Minnesota who have lost their lives has been so heartbreaking. Like, I'm like, this is insane. Like, I've been, like, I cannot describe how saddening. Like, on a core level. And then people just being like, I don't know. But I am playing a game. We should never meet for a bit. Oh yeah, you'd be like, bro, don't you get me started. I can't. It's so... I just had to, almost in active ignorance, turn away and turn a blind eye to it because it would literally chew your ear off. Buy me a drink first. I do like a good ear nibble. I wonder if this would work against chlorine though, considering it was designed for mustard gas. Next, you wind the Okay, he just ignores me. Thinking about finally getting an updated passport just to avoid getting disappeared. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you gotta remember the quote, Squirmy. They have a quota of 3,000 detainees a day. I said that I've got someone at work who's like, oh, I had tickets booked from last year to go to America, and they're non-refundable, so he has to go to America. And he was like, but it should be fine, right? And I was like, you have an accent. A British accent, all bets are off. Literally, they will, they will, they can, they might not, but like there's yeah, just avoid. I think he's going to Florida as well. Next, wind the prototype up to prime it, hold the crank here and turn clockwise. The crank is stiff, right? So I have to turn it with some force. How did you guess? And then I just release the contents into the gas. Go to Canada. Very different sides of America, like different points of North America. don't want to freeze my balls off. You can go to warmer parts of Canada. Go to the eastern part. Unfortunately, it's very French over there. And then just release the contents into the gas. Correct. Wind up the crank, then release the gas. The warmer parts are far more expensive. Yes. Go to Alberta. The America of Canada. You want to see those mammoth trees one day. Those Titanic fuck off trees, don't you? What, redwoods? We've got massive redwoods for now. Apparently there was leaked information about Project 2026. I guess they're just gonna do an update for every year. Yeah, they're national parks, but you know that old Simpsons gag where they're like they want to mine for oil in like a national park, and then the corrupt politician's like, "Oh, we'll pass this bill to allow it." Yeah. Biggest and oldest is literally kept hidden because they knew some dickhead would cut it down. Okay, correct crank, blah, blah, blah. Repeat until you reach the resurrect T. Just remember, the chlorine will keep coming while our supply of solution is finite. Just try to be as efficient as possible, Chief. What about the deceased woman? Where is she now and in what state? The formerly deceased woman, Chief. Before the gas became too thick to see through, she was sitting on a gurney at the opposite end of the morgue. From there, I know a little as you do. May have gone back to being deceased. Yeah, you pumped the room full of chlorine. Yeah, there was that really old famous tree in the UK that like apparently 3 dickheads just cut down. God, they got like life sentences for that. Apparently people were pissed off. My state is one of the most heavily forested. At least I've got that. I learned that. So a lot of the medieval forests, the forests of yore in the UK got cut down because, you know, wood and medieval times. And one of the things aristocrats used to love to do in the UK is bring back different kinds of trees. And we apparently have so many different kinds of evasive species of trees that we've almost created like a sustained ecosystem of all these evasive trees fighting. Because, like, in the 1800s, people would be like, "Oh, this is a fancy tree. I'll just bring it back to my country and it will do no long-standing ecological damage." Rinse and repeat. But they're talking about, like, a certain type of cherry blossom tree went extinct in Japan, but the seeds were brought back to the UK, and then someone read about it being extinct and then was like, "Oh, we can repopulate that into Japan because we have it in the UK." It's crazy. If you want to look up the tallest known living tree in the world, look up Hyperion. It's somewhere hidden in California. Well, hopefully drones don't make that a different thing. Imagine... Very interesting to see the new, like, modern warfare. COD. Not actually COD. That was just, I was making a terrible joke. In Ukraine is where we're going is just like full frontal drone warfare. Crazy. Oh no, I talked about Ukraine. Setting Simfo off. He's writing a 20-page paragraph about how his country isn't supporting Ukraine very well and how he's going to go to the front lines and one-man army Putin or something. Shouldn't have mentioned it. I shouldn't have said anything. I'm trying to play this fucking game. I need to save a woman who's dead and then come back to life. And I'm been looking at Platon here for like 20 minutes. Not funny and no. Yeah, kind of funny and yes. Or you may have altogether hallucinated her. You and Putin can have like a short off to see who's shorter. You might actually win that one. You'd inhaled enough by then, and there's only one way to find out. I die. Don't worry, the US is conspiring with Russia to distract the public from the atrocities in Ukraine by release. Now, where did I put that to? I don't know. I don't know if I don't know if the Ukraine war is to deflect against the Epstein files, or the Epstein files to deflect against the Ukraine war, or if it's just... I don't know. Or you may have altogether hallucinated her. You inhaled enough by then, but there's only one way to find out. You also have to do with Israel. Pneumatics with mechanical priming. The longer I hold the crank, the stronger the effect. I don't understand what I'm doing. Operating range is supposed to be decent. Clears the miasma in front of her. I don't know what's going on. One load is good for 20 uses. Don't worry, I'm done talking about it. I know mentioning that one country is so insane at the moment that, like, yeah. That one country that you named there that I won't say out loud. It's like, yeah. Doubly so for Simple. If Simple even reads that name. One load is good for 20 uses. Okay. To load the prototype, I need a stimulant, an aesthetic, and a toxin. What name? Exactly. No, it's fine. Don't. To load the prototype, I need a stimulant, an aesthetic, and a toxin. They should be here in the beige cabinet. Add the ingredients one by one into the setup and heat it up. I don't know what should be enough for 20 uses. I said that twice. Load the prototype. Before you can use the prototype, you need to load it. The ingredients are in the cabinet. Oh, I thought we'd already done this part. Loading station is on the table. Guys, I really wasn't paying attention. Why is that shit growling? I don't know. I just, like, came into this area and it was growling immediately. I can't fail this because this is 2 weeks in the past. Oh man, I had to bite my metaphorical tongue on that one. I know. They're really aggressive at the moment on Twitch about even talking about any of it. But, you know. Didn't that one guy that King loves get banned? The disinfectant solution consists of 3 ingredients. Stimulant, an aesthetic, and a toxin. S-A-T. S-A-T. I don't know if I have to remember the order. Need to put the items into the slots and press the load button. S A T. Load. Prototype successfully loaded. How does this work? Hold to charge. Release when the pendulum stops.
What were you expecting? Huh? It's been years.
18. Oh, he's counting down. He said at the back of the room. How am I supposed to get past here? Can I crouch? Hello? Uh-oh. What's happening? I don't... Oh, I see. 16. Damn, why are all these people sleeping in here? I don't know, they must be really tired. This gas must be sleepy gas. I should probably just charge it every time. 15. I had to use one. 14. Hello. Are you deaf? You have deaf's eyes. I have the eyes of a man who's walked through 40 meters of poisonous gas without protective goggles. Dead people don't cough, which means you're alive. Give me your hand. Talking can wait. At the end of the tunnel, there's a second tunnel. Go. Can you hear me? Focus on me. Hold on to my voice. Try to stay awake. Okay, I guess we did it. Well, okay, fucking hell. Oh, I guess I was telling a story. I'm back with the kids. I hate these kids so much. I want to put them underneath the train and let it go. Man, you know, I probably played about 15 minutes of this game and talked for about 45. 40. Looking at the time I've been live so far, I'm like, oh. At the end of the tunnel, there's a second tunnel. What does that mean? It means that when you die, there's neither life nor death, but something else entirely. Speaking of trains, I've been watching model train videos. Ooh. Man, there's like, you want to see like well-crafted model trains? The original like Thomas and Friends trains are so well-crafted. Not the new CGI shit, but the ones where they actually use real models. Like a coin falling on its edge, or a Morbius strip. You shouldn't concern yourself with such things, though. Can I have my prototype back? Take it. It spins all boring, clockwise only. Grandpa Simon has clocks that spin in every direction. Besides, the train's already dead. Couldn't save it in time. Look, it's blowing its whistle, still smoking. That's as live as it gets. You understand the transplantation at least a bit. Okay. I'm sick of this game. Go away. We're going to play Cat in the Old Hat. We still have time before the sunset. Wait, what about my microphone? I'll trade you another tail for it. We didn't take your microscope. I said microphone. Fuck. Where is it then? If the prototype is in my right hand, the microscope is in my left. I can't collect data without it. There's a cat cafe in Japan that has a nice diorama set up for the cats to walk around like giant monsters. Oh, is that the video where it's they like to do it from the point of view from the trains, and then you just see a cat coming along? RimWorld has finished starting. Only took 47 minutes. Yeah, I've seen some of those videos. Japan be like that. Yeah, that's why I'm afraid about making too big of a mod pack involved for the next run that I'm going to do in RimWorld, the Nomad single pawn run. I'm a little bit like, we need to keep it lean. Right, cat knock it. Yeah, I like the videos where the cat pounces. There's also this UK PAWN run. So I have like one pawn, and I get the mod that gives me WASD controls, and then I get one of the like more aggressive combat mods, so I can like more easily kill enemies. Should be able to keep it below 100 mods, you see. Yeah. And then I just throw in like tons of mods like the mech mod and stuff like that, because it means that enemies spawn in mechs. Ain't no way you survive the first raid, Symbol says that you. Well, raids are based off of your wealth. So if someone, and because I'm nomadic, I'm not going to be able to have much wealth because I'm only going to be able to take so much stuff. So raids should be relatively small, unless my entire gear is just made out of like solid gold or something. Send you a ton of gold first. Then the mission becomes I need to leave the map as quickly as possible. So it's a different kind of mission. I think it'll be quite a versatile playthrough. And I think the end goal is to get to the spaceship. I think the end goal is to get to the spaceship that's somewhere on the map. So you have like a start goal and an end goal. And I have to disable anyone else spawning pawns, obviously, because otherwise it defeats the point if I just end up collecting more and more. But I'll let everyone do pretty much anything else, because it doesn't really matter too much. The only annoying thing is like, how do I do bionics? Do I have to go to like a town? Can I get bionics? Is that even something I can do? I don't know. Is there a mod that would allow me to, like... Should be able to remove pawns from... Like, I can. I just set it to 0. And I'll have, like, all the weather effects. No, maybe not all the weather effects. There's some of them that are too cursed. The dog heads must have taken it. Can and not in got a deal. All the war spoils get split down the middle. They don't care about hearts. Not in any of their many faces. Why would they need another one? What do your Microsoft do? Is it alive? Dog heads? Can and not in? A heart in a face? I don't understand. A microscope is a kind of metallic pipe fitted with lenses. You use it to look at small objects and make them large and detailed. Oh. A kaleidoscope to look at colourful town. You do it like Capella? You know the word kaleidoscope? Oh, of course. Defenestration. Mr. Banrik used them when Foreman and threw Uncle Ron out the window. There's a cannibal. Could do. So I'll get to make the pawn myself. So I'll have to think about trades. Besides, you have a faster PC and your mods aren't on an external. Fucking hell, simple. Worst time for you at the moment, right? You're like, oh, maybe I should finally get a hard drive. Why is your character treating these kids like they're stupid? I don't know. I don't know enough about this guy, but I imagine he's a bit of a snob. So, as it stands, you pass my belongings along some other gang. I need to go get my microscope. Am I right? Carl must have taken it to Capella as a gift. Are you stupid? She hates kaleidoscopes after what happened to the stained glass. No, Can wouldn't have given it to her. It's something that changes things when you look for it. He must have given it to Grandpa Simon. Grandpa Simon loves things like that. Can wouldn't give it to anyone. Not before he looks at it himself or after either. But he's honest. Even if he's wicked, he'd give it back to the owner. If you find him in town, he'll deal fair. Where can I find him? Well, they brought your micro kaleidoscope into polyhedron. You won't see it again. No use looking there. Try the stairways to heaven. What the fuck is going on? The dog heads like them. Think they look like polyhedron. There's one right here in the mall. You know, after this conversation with kaleidoscope cans and polyhedrons, I'm beginning to see the shape of the world you live in. It sounds complicated, but it can't be worse than human anatomy, right? I hate you guys. I hope this train starts and kills you. Where am I even going right now? Got the prototype. Lost a microscope. Second tool was stolen by the search the town. Not the guided tour I'd hoped for. Hold up. I think I hear someone meowing outside. Be right back. No worries. I'm drowning in cost. I couldn't think of modernizing even if the shit wasn't expensive. Yeah, I get it. I was thinking about doing a new PC build for 2026, but the cost of everything has made that different. What the hell is this thing? NB Bishab. Orbis mibilis plenis est. Go away, snake man. You've got shark hills. What's with your face? Some kids ran through here with my belongings. Did you see them? We gaze at the earth. We do not pull us away from the earth. And I shall not presume to divert your attention any further. Lumpy man. I don't think that's a man. The fuck is this? Jacob Staraff Kirk, and what was his name? Bertie Bertrand. Such a harmless fellow he was, never hurt a fly in his life, and the Ripper slashed him to ribbons like the rest of them anyway. What a brute. We must give these unfortunate souls the proper burial they deserve, then find the Ripper and give him a burial befitting a beast. Daughter of Sarah. Killer clans do not act rashly. Give Kirk to me. I'll pay back in kind, in herbs, in blood. What do you mean? Give Kirk to you? You want to take the corpse? Are you crazy? Why are you looking at her? Why are you even speaking to her? Be gone, witch. I'll need to have a very poignant conversation with my current employer very soon. Oh, the conversation is coming, as it's info. And depending on that conversation outcome, likely then soon be former employer. You don't think they'll, like, bend... That lady makes one wrong move in it. I think this is because of streamer mode. I think her boobs would be exposed if I didn't put on streamer mode. Do not speak to me, stranger. I've come begging for food to give Sir. Begging for tears to give my Buddha. Speak to the blood of Uran of our town. You are not our blood. My eyes do not see you, stranger. My ears do not hear you. What happened here? The Ripper come to town. The father killer, Banrik. He was always a wild one, but then Marashabank lay with him in the steppe and whispered things into his ear to make him water the earth with blood. Okay. They don't bend, I will break them. Or at least the department I'm de facto leading. Yeah. Burn it all down. You are the Joker of your industry. You want to see a magic trick? You want to see a magic trick? Here's my magic trick. I quit. I have my reasons. I get it. Hello. Hello. Yes, I see you. I hear you, baby girl. Yes, I know. I'm playing a video game. Oh, you might... If you were hearing meowing, that might have been Fear outside. Maybe my microphone picked that up. Because Fear was meowing outside. But because I'm wearing clothes back, I never hear them when they're meowing. Just come in now, though. Maybe... Fucking microphone keeps moving around. I need to... become displaced. What might be neighbor's cat? No, yeah, Fia will just meow, meow, meow. She's learned that she just needs to be persistent. Yeah, work said to me today, I had to sit down with my boss and they were like, so Banrik, after your operation, my operation will be within the next month or two, by the way. Like, oh, we're probably gonna, like, relocate you. I'm like, cool. Well, the conversation was more like, oh, we might be relocating you. And my response was, I ain't moving nowhere until after. I was like, I'm not moving until after. Like, straight up, no. I don't need the stress of, like, being relocated and an operation. Relocation isn't so much like relocating in it's just relocating my like position and job title, but so I essentially will probably will move out of logistics and they want to make me a store manager of a specific store and I don't really want to do that. So I'll be honest, I don't like the idea of like running a single store. Isn't that a step down? No. It'd technically be a step up, but it's a step down in the sense of like the work I would do. my work would become more focused on one store. But like, it's a step up in terms of that career, which is a bigger argument for me to quit. Because so I need to take, from a career point of view, I need to take this route in order to then move to like completely running a region, becoming an area manager. Like, I would be in charge of, well, technically, I'd have to be a ROM, which is Regional Operations Manager, to run the region. But the area manager essentially does it as well. But, so, I understand what the mentality is here for me to go through this trajectory. But I don't want to do it. Every regional... I mean, regional managers are on, like, upwards of close to 100... Well, I mean, I know they can make up to 100k. It's a lot of money. But I don't want to do it. And then I could be a director, and then I'd be making, like, mad even more money. But to do that, I have to become... I have to have not a weird, flaky, gibberish title. I don't want to be any of that. I need to get out. I was thinking about, like, pivoting my career into, like, legal aid. So, like, becoming, like, a, the people that like, do all the legwork for, like, solicitors and barristers. Because I would rather work in a field where I'm helping people, but I'm also dyslexic, and there's a lot going, there's a lot of reading, and, yeah. I don't know. I'm getting at least 12 weeks off for my operation. Yeah, no more CAD dreams. The problem with CAD is I can't actually get up-to-date software for the program because it's really hard to crack at the moment. Yeah. So I can get like really older versions of it, but then I don't want to learn in a really old version. I need to learn in a modern version, otherwise there's no point. And I literally, I don't know, maybe I've grown past the... How old? They're like 4 years old. I had a SolidWorks license, not anything new. Yeah, and I don't want to get... I hate Autodesk. I could technically get the 30-day free trial and then just try and learn. Yeah, but the problem is, like, and there is a big shift with the 2025 one as well, from what I can see. Improve with my architecture and CAD class. Problem is, Autodesk is like the Adobe of that field. And I know I need to learn their suites. I know how important it is. Yeah. The problem is it's all subscription based. And getting cracks for it, yeah. I don't know if I can't find a crack. We'll use different terminology because the terminology I'm using is problematic for the platform I'm currently talking on. I don't know if the holes I am searching in are even the most efficient holes to get nutty puttied. I don't know what this analogy is. Because I'm so out of the loop about digging in different holes to find the hidden gems. Because I haven't done it for so long that I don't know if I'm just a fucking boomer when it comes to hole digging. I really wish... I got the same opinion about, like, editing. I did film editing in college before I went, like... And, like, for a year. And I loved it. And then I pivoted into programming. Because I was like... I've got the programming brain. I'm good at this. I'm just going to do this. Stick with the safe thing. And I really wish I'd done editing. Maybe I could. architecture. Architecture from was one modeling so efficiently. Only light architecture when I was allowed. Good dodge. As soon as he got off the train, he went on his murder spree. He killed Jacob Sturroff. He killed Kirk. He killed the harmless Bertie. He's a monster. I thought I'd come alone. Well, almost alone, but I definitely don't recall a man rip on the train with me. He arrived on the freight train. Took the back door like a thief in the night. Yeah, I love editing. I'm gonna try. I've been like in the background, like tinkering with editing. For at the moment, I'm just trying to. I'm just trying to make like art. I call them like from the vault clip archives. Like, and I just go slowly through all of my clips and then make like 10-minute like archive videos for the backlog channel, just to get my feet wet a bit with the editing. The problem is I hit a snag with it, and this is gonna sound super stupid. I can't find the right transition, sound, and like transition like clip. My go-to in my brain is to use like a static sound and like static for a second, but that's been so done, I don't want to do that. And it also doesn't fit with the themage of what I'm doing. So I'm like, okay. So I'm like going through all these like free use like video clips. I hate so my whole themage is like a wizard. The whole themage of the backlog thing, like of like from the vault, is like it's a wizard vault, and then it's just like an old wizard who's like, I'll do like a voiceover narration who's just like, you know, blah blah blah. These are Banny's clips from the vault. Almost lost to time. Blah blah blah. I got a whole thing for it. Got to set it up a little bit, you know. That's fine. Got that written out. Know what I want to say. So it needs to be like wizardy, but then everything looks like a fucking Disney movie. I'm not on TikTok either. Now imagine how fun it is for the people who work on what comes out the other end of cookie cutter constrained architecture. I'd imagine you have more fun working with the cookie cutter than what I did earlier. I was very autistic. To an autistic degree. Slightly artistic. It's a good YouTube videos. That freight train was bringing medicine, sweets, and coffins, so the Ripper must have hid it away in a coffin, or else Shabanek would have torn him apart instead. You just said that Shabanek copulated with him, but now he's hiding from her in a coffin? Only 2 sentences in this conversation already want to shoot myself. Bayata, hear me out. Blood of my Urdurakan Surk sings of a fierceness, a sharpness inside the one you call Kuruk. Give his body to me. He is dead to you anyway. You will bury him, and he will rot away to nothing is left. I will bury him, and Surk will eat him, and drink his savagery and his sting, and sing the Abraham an herb song in gratitude. She'll give us twire, and will brew us lots of twiring. Are the drugs? This game uses big words and my tiny brain is not fully comprehending. My brother in Christ getting pipes vital to function of a building from point A to point B when you're just feeling artistic actual murder instead. What if I write my name in pipes? She will give us Ashen Swish, the host of the herbs. Be clever, Ashen Swish is a cruel herb, a bad herb. It thrives on blood and spite. Zurich sings that we will need plenty of Swish soon. Yours is a brutal burial into emptiness, but mine will be a burial into Sinnock's womb. I am your feet. What is happening? Good people, give me the one you call Kirk. Should we give the body to her, maybe? He didn't seem to have any family, and without them in the picture, I guess it doesn't matter if we bury him or the kin do. Who knows? Suppose we do get a great crop of twine. I'm under the impression that who buries who actually matters quite a lot in traditional cultures. They aren't just going to bury him. They'll dissect him into not even sharp back and recognize what's left. That's what you're going to do, isn't it? Isn't it, stepgirl? Say it, and don't you dare lie to us. I'm your feet can, good people. I promise there will be no desecration. We will take his name so it holds his sharpness no longer, and we will lower him into Shurik's womb. Everyone will forget him, forget the wicked murderer Shurik, and only Ash and Swish will remain. I knew there was a catch. Wicked or not, you can't just bury a person without their name. Everyone has the right to be remembered, if nothing else. What is happening? My school was going to pay for my AIA cert, but then last minute they pulled back and moved it to seniors. That helped kill my interest. Man, yeah, look, it's one of the reasons I wouldn't mind getting into legal aid, because I want like a career path where your employer will educate you, and like in legal aid, if you do legal aid for a bit, they'll be like, okay, we'll pay for you to be trained to be a barrister or a solicitor or something. And it's like I want that growth of advancement so I can learn, but it's harder and harder nowadays. But he really was a wicked man. The rare time someone remembers him at all, they'll never have anything to say. Perhaps it's best if everybody forgets him. They'll take the name of Kirk. What does that mean? Touch of our eyes, a touch of our fingers. The name melts away. The one they used to call Kirk will become a gift to Cirque instead. He will have no grave, and there will be no man in the memory of the people. Speak to me no more, stranger. Your words are poison. I must admit, that clarified nothing. Let's hand over the body. I'd rather avoid a falling out with the kin. It will only lead to more trouble down the line. What do you think, stranger? You certainly look important. Maybe you have some brains to back it up. Oh, fuck. You're asking me. Like what my company did for my insurance license. Yeah, exactly. I definitely want to be in a position where my employer wants to educate me. Or at least, like, grow my certification. The body of a victim who met a violent end must be withheld for the purposes of forensic examination, even if a beautiful young woman asked otherwise. Once a person dies, their body is no more than a collection of molecules and tissues. Any opportunity to put some use is a stroke of fortune. That one. Thank you, stranger Barra. I wanted to get in favor with these weird, half-naked women. Barra, deaf. You said you didn't speak to strangers before, and now you're like, yeah, I like strangers. You're a hypocrite. You look like you're from that. This woman looks like she's from that game We Happy Few. Remember that game? That like fell apart horribly. That tends to give you more job security since they're less willing to... Yeah, exactly. Death came to this town today. Such a great death, the likes of which has never been seen before. Today will be a fearsome day. Tomorrow even more so. The third day, fear itself will die. And without Ash and Swish, we will die too. All these prophecies make me uneasy. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's supposed to be naked, but because I have streamer mode on, she's not. That outfit looks very last minute. But there's multiple dead people. What the fuck? Lumpy man. Golems of bones. Local believe in Shabnak, a murderous step golem in the guise of a woman. And it's like I've stepped out of time, not just traveled far from home. I'm pretty sure you're right. Yeah, I had to put streamer mode on. Well, I didn't have to, but it told me to put streamer mode on, so I put streamer mode on. Second tool was stolen by a different gang of children. I have to search the town. Not the guide tour I hope for. Can I crouch? Cannot crouch. No wonder. King isn't around because he's moving to the capital. If he's not around to tell you guys, I'm going to tell you. It's funny because he just moved. Apparently their landlady was like fucking him over or something. And now he's like... He's going to move to the capital for work. Which I find it hilariously funny for King. King hates his country and yet... Work? Yeah, his dad got him a job. Oh dear, yeah. I don't remember fully what it was, so I won't say. Shit. How do I get round to that chest if I can't crouch? We'll see no trouble, only good outcomes. Well, I mean, being literally nailed to the job by having to move to a weird bastion city out in the middle of the desert means he's stuck there regardless, so... Yeah, I think he'll be paid okay. From what I can gather. There's a box there, but I can't get there. People complaining about death. Some river flows at you as you open the coffin. Boots. Hello.
A jug sent to the
Whoa.
well often is soon smashed.
Okay, that was loud. A jug sent to the coffin often. Wait. Voice acting? Yeah, there's a tiny bit of it, not much. And they don't say anything that seems to be related to what's actually happening. Have they all had that? No. Very sporadic. The guy in the morgue had it. And this guy's had it. And I think that's it. And they don't say what they're saying on the screen. They say some random line. So, I guess that indicates that they're like important characters. Bad grief. Would you look at that, customer? Keep walking, customer. This shop's appointments only. I don't recall your name on the list. From a distance, they look like just coffins. What did? Have I played the new? No. I've not played Vampire the Masquerade. I've only really heard bad. Well, what I heard was maybe if they took the combat out, dropped bloodlines from the title, then it might have been a better experience, but apparently the combat is the only thing that... Weird, the thing I heard was that the combat is so far removed from everything else that it should apparently it should just be a narrative game, but I've not seen anyone play it. I've never... as soon as I saw what they were trying to push, I was like, I'm out. The detective bits are boring and impossible to fail. It just seems like it's been in development hell and they've shoved anything out. They shouldn't have given it to a studio that essentially made almost exclusively walking simulators. I don't know why you would do that. Why you would look at the original and go, you know what this game needs? Less combat role-playing. What, dude? Looked like a giant bird was nesting by the train. Birdies, birdies, gather ye here around the marble nest. I saw something with a face. I'm not sure anything's right. It's quite a bird indeed. Small in stature, but great in spirit. Hell, I like you. What the fuck is going? I'm just saying random things to these people, and they go, "Yeah, this guy." They took out the combat or made it I like it, or removed the detective bits and improved the combat. It'd be good. They tried both and failed. Oh yeah, there's like a open secret that, well, I think there's emails where they're just like begging to have bloodlines removed from the title. And because Paradox it's been in development hell for so long, and Paradox are like, no, it has to be a sequel. We're like, no, it has to be a sequel. So that's why we got a sequel. A quote-unquote sequel. Okay. You're lucky he likes you. He's a handsome acquaintance. We've got plenty of shops in town, but our warehouse keeper here can get it for you wholesale. Just like those boots he snagged Scarlet. I expect a romantic soul like yours would be more interested in Scarlet Pimpernel. They're pretty. Are they from the capital? From a coffin. Coffin's the best when you need a chest. Checkpoint guard wouldn't dare open it up out of respect. It's inhumane. Meanwhile, it's overflowing with hundreds of pairs of Scarlet souvenir leather boots, tax and duty free. Right, what about one thing? It's no good shying away from death. You can't understand a thing. One can't understand a thing they refuse to look at. Refuse? They do refuse. That's what I use. A coffin is an honest thief's best friend. People looking away is how business gets done. This guy's just admitting his entire... You a tax inspector? I can't imagine a dollar job. Keep your nose out of other people's coffins then. Once someone goes in, who knows what happens? Maybe they never died. Maybe they never existed at all. I recommend playing the older one. I did do it on stream a little bit, but it was a bit long in the tooth to get it to work. Wow. It was quite dated. A revamp would be nice. Skip the new one or wait for a big sale. I'll probably skip the new one. It's too many Also, there's too many games at the moment. There's too many fucking games. Terraria just had its big update. Valheim's just had a big update. Still got to do Project Zomboid. I got Mugenics on Tuesday that I'm super excited for. Ed is like pushing this game. He is super confident in it. He's saying it's his magnum opus. And Ed is like not a guy that really toots his own horn. Pretty happy about having too many games. I mean, there's barely anything I want to get. Like, one of my most anticipated games is the Sky Oblivion mod. Like, total conversion, you know? I mean, I've had my eye on Mugenics since it was him and what's his name from Team Meat. Before they had a horrible breaking up because the other guy dated someone and it was a toxic relationship, and Ed was like, maybe you shouldn't date that person. And they had a falling out. And then he had to wait like years to get the license back to make Mugenics, and then he got it back. It's going to be a bit of a different speed because it's like tactics based. And as I was saying to, I think, Nutri yesterday, tactics based games brings out some of the worst audiences. The backseat has come out heavy with tactics games. Oh, when I say too many games, I mean the ones in my library. I stop checking for new games. I get that. I definitely want to go back through my backlog more. The problem is my pipeline is always like sequential. I don't feel I can move until I've done a game. So like I'm trying to get through Expedition 33, but the problem with Expedition 33 is I feel like it's going to take it does take a lot of my focus. Like I focus heavily on it, and then like I don't want to play it if I think I'm going to be interrupted or my concentration is going to be broken. So then I play it less because I'm like, oh, beating a grand total 21% of my games. I've only two. I've gotten all the achievements. I've got barely any. I think I did have Peak, but then Peak got more updates. Keep your nose out of people's. I gotta focus, you know. Terrible at focusing, but then it's like, yeah, I don't know. I also like I like being an ambassador for new games. I feel like I can give an honest and like, not impartial, but like more real opinion than some people. You could probably finish it with one or two Mondays. Beat Primordialis, and it got updated and I had to go back and beat it again. Yeah. It's the curse of early access games. I could probably... It's not the longest of games. Though I would probably try and 100% it, so... Or at least do a 100% run. Of course, I start poking around coffins. How will you exploit the public's fear of death? Indeed, no one knows what happens to someone once they go into a coffin. I intend to find out. Of course, if I start poking around coffins, how... I don't think they like that too much. So you guys are just smuggling shoes and coffins? This is a lot of coffins. I think Primonis is quite fun, but it appears to be a brand of autism. So yeah, I've got it. I think you gave it to me. I've played a bit of it. I enjoyed it. It's got that spore-esque. Ow!
This noise.
Material world. The mind is affected by interactions with specific objects. They're easy to spot if you hate filth and garbage. Okay, so I just don't like dirty things. One of the games I both want to go back to and don't want to go back to is Stellaris. I sink way too much fucking time into Stellaris. So I've been having a Banrikism where I have like an internal battle about getting the Machine Age DLC. Because if I get it, I'm going to end up doing like a huge run. So I'm like, maybe I shouldn't, but I kind of want it. So, Paradox games.
Like a gunshot.
What is happening? I'm apathy now. Oh, the blue ones make you... I see. Those, like, had effects on me for some reason. This made me angry, and this calmed me down. It's me with Age of Wonders. I need to go back to Age of Wonders 4. It's very nice of SLC to give me a copy, and I need to play more of it. When they start... one of the reasons I dropped off of Age of Empires 4, Age of Wonders 4, was the amount of DLC they started vomiting out. And it just... Paradox has this habit of making me go, Yo, is that a ball? Hey, Mr. Ball. Can I come through? No. What the hell's going on? It's that kid again. I hate this kid. Zombie people. What's happening? While in the capital, descendant smoke. Can't talk. Okay, so they're smoking. Strong, foul, stinking tobacco. Don't like tobacco. Okay, that was a loop. But yeah. I'll just do the thing I do. It kind of propels me through the day. Me umming and ahhing about like hyper focusing on like some specific game or DLC, being like, should I pick that up? Should I not? And never being able to convince myself to pick it up, but then being like close to what is happening? Why is the music so aggressive? Okay. This is weird. Baha, my good little bull. Blunt-mouthed, broad-bowed, please forgive us. You're silly, Ezra. You always have been. He's returning to Boss Torah. To Bodo. We are leading him into the bosom of his mother and father by asking him for forgiveness. Because Boris Torah is dead, Anya. His little bull's whole life, he didn't know what the most beautiful creature, the immortal Boss Torah, was waiting for him. And now that he knows Boss Torah is dead, Bua will find his father's silent corpse. How can we not pity him? Who died? Boris Torah, the father of Kataj people and bulls. We asked Sokka to bring him back. You're the silly one, Anna. Sokka didn't eat Boris Torah. How could she? He's bigger than her, stronger than her. The immortal can't be killed. He chooses death himself. We ask Boss Torah to change his mind and come back to us, his children. Is Boss Torah some kind of mythical creature? What happened exactly? Well, actually, some animals like lobsters don't undergo natural aging and death. They can still be killed by external forces. Boss Torah is not an animal. Well, I fucked up then. I don't know if I'm supposed to be picking right or wrong options, or it doesn't matter and I'm just on some weird journey. I don't know what is happening. But there are scantily dressed women and giant bulls. What more could you ask for? I could write the tagline for this game. Like bulls, like women? We got both. Bull Story is the fire of Kataj people and bulls. Oh, how can I explain? We heard brides walk barefoot so that we can always hear his heart. Tonight it stopped beating. His children are afraid without their father, so we ask him to respond. But I feel like he has died. Fang or a claw has thrust into him. I feel the wound bleed. Rust has soaked into him. I feel the rot squelching underfoot. Your accent makes it sound like you're trying to sell the game to bisexual people. Like balls? Like women? Like it all. Quiet. Quiet, both of you. You know nothing. Boss Taurus can die only from glue. We will cheer him up, feed him, and show him our joy. We will bring the last Aurochs to his bosom, and then he will remember us and return to us. So the secret... So this bull is meant to be sacrificed? We give a little to gain a lot. Mother Boris is a blind, loving mother, the warmth of the earth. Why does bro look like an unsec? He looks like one of those, what they call boobas? Booba. He literally looks like a grey booba. Can I tab out without it freaking out? Alright, let me just... Let me literally get a picture of a booba up. Boomba? No, that's not what I said. Okay, maybe not an image that looks like it's 180p. Okay, this will have to do. This is like a find. Yeah, he looks like one of these. It looks like a grey version of one of these. And that's totally not insulting to the game or anything. Mother Buddha is blind. Looks like an American in a turtleneck. Doing the Steve Jobs. The warmth of the earth. But Boris not only bore us, he watched over us. We lived under his watch. Now the town is without a beholder. Azgar Khan. We are all blind worms now. Moga bad. A worm is a worm. A human is a human. Human is meant to see, to build. Look around, beholder. What do you see? Town where sacrifice of live animals printed in the original area. Simon Khan's motto will likely turn out to be super. You said the beholder is Burst Torah. Who am I to contend with him? I see you. You haven't looked closely. Go further. See our celebration. Look at the last aurochs. What do you see in all this? Tell Gulag ours. How could I forget Gulag? Your hair looks... Yeah. I have no idea what's going on. Hey guys, what's going on? Fear mixed with curiosity. Townsfolk aren't used to such spectacles. The word vaccine is derived from vaka, meaning cow. You brought us medicine on your horns and paid for it with your lives. This is a weird ass game. This is a weird ass... What the fuck? Okay. I don't know what just happened. Is that because I held it down for too long? I don't think so. That freaked the hell out of me, whatever just happened. You guys killed that giant bull that's like 3 times the size of you guys? They tried ribbons around the town to incense Banrik, or was this just what steps smell like? Hey, I'm here too. Why are you guys just like chilling? I don't understand this world. Furries exist in every society. I'd like to study them. This bloating is a common condition here. Truly astonishing phenomenon can be found in the remote corners of our country. I have no idea. Okay. What? Hello, you. My eyes touch you, beholder. That's plausible, anatomically speaking, but physiologically, that will traumatize me for the next decade. What was that? I saw some sort of... I think this means to end the conversation. I saw some sort of... What do you see, beholder? I saw rot and plague and myers spread from a carcass and a sanitation squad burning on fire. Everything around groaned and died as if I were in the midst of an outbreak. I had the fleeting hallucination. Strange. That was tomorrow. That will be yesterday. That box. Syphilis. This was from hat jumps. Mocking him. Were those anxiety-induced visions of a terrible future, perhaps? Thank you for your vision, beholder. You see more widely than others. We will remember this. If you see something else unexpected, don't be afraid. It's just the eyes adjusting to the current place in time. Keep moving forward. Literad non... Okay. I don't know what I just said to that guy. Unfortunately, I was confused by the event Okay. I'm dying? That really hurt. Okay. How do I... Maybe I consume some health. Cool. Hello? Is he doing mimage? Hello? So I go over there and I view them like freaking out. They're like doing burning. Huh. Okay. Huh. Hello, ma'am. I'm simply adjusting to the climate. I just imagined, why is she drawing my thoughts? That's my thoughts? Why are you so short? Why am I so tall? These are many questions and more. This feels like one of the most arty games I played in a while. Oh my god, I can't stop playing Fall of Avalon, by the way, on stream. Oh, well, those are weird zombie dead people. Hello. That game is just, I don't know, weirdly interesting. Perfectly heavily true, and what devilry am I imagining? I keep tripping out. What's over here, though? Okay, don't go near the... Don't go near... Okay, the game punishes me for going the wrong way. By killing me. By actively killing me. It's the guy! It's the guy! It's the pathologic logo guy! Push.
Boiling, cracking, screeching, living.
It's the pathologic man! What am I thinking? No script and no characters because the dictatorship of author and traditional infrastructure is reactionary. I need a piss. I was lured into a student art performance once. We spoke random combinations of syllables. Never again. Hello.
They are, to put it bluntly, both puerile and deluded. A tough crowd.
Why are they so loud? Holy shit. Like he screams into my ears. Oh, there you are, finally. I thought you'd forgotten our agreement. I hope you're ready. Have you memorized your lines? New metal band. Oh my god, it's the lead singer from 9 Inch Nails. I don't know. You know, I don't like the new Tron movie from what I've seen of it. I haven't watched all of it. I've seen like snippets. But the 9 Inch Nails album is pretty damn good. Not as good as the Daft Punk album. It's still pretty good. They did a good job. So apparently Tron just has this legacy of having like good music and kind of mess. Yeah, the music, great. Jared Leto and Tron Ares, bad. What lines? Told you, sir, we cannot trust this fool. He's not fit to be our leading man. He stands, he stares, gets his lines. I know the other men who better play their part. Wait, is this really the guy? Looks about the same, but the outfit's all wrong. Did our guy wear a coat? This costume is more suited to an antagonist. This coat is the latest fashion in the capital, have you know? Guess from the capital? Perfecto. Never had such an arrogance all in one person. Sir, you just what the doctor ordered. I am Mark Mortello, director of Local Folk. Pleased to meet you. And you are? Danny Dankowski, Doctor. Magnifico. I watched a review of the new Tron game. They said it was a really good music video, but a bad movie. The new Tron game? Yeah, it is a really good music video. Like, you threw a wrench in the movie. There's a game as well. Tron probably would be a good game. But no one... I mean, there is a Tron game, which is weird and non-canonical now. But... You see, the actor we've been waiting for eternity has decided to sabotage the rehearsal. He would do us a massive talent favor by replacing him just for a little while. I'd be delighted to... I've dreamt of acting on stage with Superbug. What must I do? I prefer to act simple and indeed natural. You need only react to our colleagues' lines and thus create a scene of unbearable dramatic tension. Performance is quite simple. The main character has just arrived in a remote town and quite accidentally stumbled into a curious rehearsal in which his fate will be decided. Is this being meta? Are we being meted? Who knows? Perhaps he'll die in the end. It seems the performance has already started. I'll be dragged in against my will. Is that all you have to say? Why do you stare like that? I see it in his eyes. His mind is looking for a line to mumble. I say we start the scene with a backhand across your face. Say again, he is no leading man. He is unfit even to play a villain. At best, a background character, a body, standing there to fill the stage. It's the step healer's son who's ought to take the role, or the young girl who crawled out of her grave. They have such pathos and such verve. What does this one do? Have a coat. I see you awed by my coat. It's perfectly understandable, but envy is a low sentiment. The coat is a prop. Beneath it, who are you? And you? Who are you behind the mask? I'm a walking shadow of the slain. A being of words unsaid, a spectre of regret. My, that's too pretentious by half, isn't it? This is a hint that I'm not supposed to get just yet, but which will become clear later, right? I think if you're just go really hard on this guy. I think you're a failed actor. Masks are usually only worn by those who can't play the part of their own faces. Excuse me, Daniel. Why are you insulting a colleague? I don't recall him making it personal, unlike you. That was hurtful, right? I think we should stop here. What? He's been insulting me the whole time. Doesn't like my lines. Doesn't like my coat. He was insulting you. He wasn't insulting you, but your character. I thought you could tell the difference. I thought you were deliberately blurring the difference. You guys suck. You're terrible actors. I hate you. Okay, not going that way. The hell is that? J to view the mind map. Grief. This town lives on impulse, so here the warehouse keeper is king. He says the content of coffins are not always what they seem, I wonder. I wonder indeed. Can I go this way or is it going to go... Wait, I need the bathroom. I'm going to be right back. Enjoy this. I'm back. Hello. Also got myself a drink. Larry, if you didn't... I'm moving my microphone and Larry's like half under it. And he's like, what are you doing? Silly boy. I haven't really been watching too much. Really been watching like background stuff. Like streams and stuff. Like VODs. And that's about it. Not much else. I wanted to get on Plobius. Yeah, that's good. People keep recommending Fallout Season 2. But I just can't be bothered to watch it. Hello? Did one of you whistle? I won't lie, I don't get this game. Apparently people were convinced that they were going to shadow drop one of the remasters that they were working on at the end of the Season 2 finale. And then it turned out all they did was release some very boring stuff for Fallout 76. I'm just like, okay, I don't know why you'd ever expect that from Bethesda. Talk. Wait, it's you again. If you could... Wait, but I guess they're just reusing a model. If you could travel through time, would you go to the future or the past? The future's so distant that not even someone with my vivid imagination could fathom it. Grandpa Simon used to say the days are like hopscotch. Usually they go one after another, but sometimes there are two side by side. Sometimes you have to jump backwards. Did Simon Kane know many games? He's the only grown-up who gets games. Everyone thinks they're just silly things for kids, just running around or scoring points. But Grandpa knows how games should be. But he could even enter the polyhedral. What that thing is, I've been told I'll never see inside it. My place is early matters, apparently. Answer me, did you steal my microscope? I did, yes, but I gave it to Phil. He's over there on the stairway. How do those... Do you mind if I go up? Sure. But if it falls, I won't be the one nursing you back to health. I keep, like, saying Latin shit at them. Can I go over here, or am I going to see horrible, horrible rain men? Okay, there's water. Lots of water. So they like climbing up a weird structure that's barely standing. I don't... This place is crazy. Why can't I see you? I can't talk to this one. Well, what is it? Can you see the future? Let me look too. Gimme. Wait your turn, Pipsqueak. Just let me take one look and then I'll give it back. Ooh, there's a bunch of bugs and little hairs. Doesn't look like much of a future. Why are you using your dog's eyes to look? You're not an animal, you know. Yeah, but animals might see further though. Good news, the microscope has been found. Bad news, it's being mauled by a pack of wild dogs. Oh, it's you. Hey, your thingamajig's busted. It doesn't show anything. It's just some bugs and weird little hairs. Maybe that is the future. Like in many, many, many years, nothing will remain of us on Earth but bugs and hair. It's very sad if you think about it. It only shows bugs and hairs because you're pointing at bugs and hairs. What makes you think that it shows the future? See all the different glass pieces inside? Glass like this shows the future. When you look for it, everyone knows that. Grandpa Simon loved making all sorts of things with glass. I've only seen thingamajigs like this in his place. Why did you steal from Grandpa Simon, you bastard? That's why we stole it from you. It's called justice. This is my Microsoft. I brought it from the capital and you stole it from my logger. That's called theft. What? You don't know, mister? He doesn't know. Spit out, you monster. Where did you get the signature from? What did you do with Simon? It was you, wasn't it? Wasn't it? I was on my way to go visit Simon. I'd already been there if it weren't for you. Please give me back my rights to its very delicate instrument. Give it back, give it back. Will you stop whining? If you want it back so bad, what you give us for it? Just give him back the thingamajic and let him go on his merry way. It's broken anyhow. It can't see the future. No, no, no. Grandma taught us what doesn't take effort doesn't deserve it. If we just give it to him, there'll be no effort in that. Wow, my grandma is texting me and messaging me on Facebook at the same time. Wait, is there something crazy going on? Why is she trying to get hold of you so badly? Hey, I've come to contact you about your car's extended warranty. I can give you a cuff on the head for it. That'll be enough. I have a pocket watch. Oh, she's just telling me happy. Oh, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. She's very loving about it. What did you just say? Say that again. Calm down, Pipsqueak. Don't get angry. He's not from around here, so he doesn't know the rules yet. Hey, mister, you're new here. We'll let it slip this time, but you should know. You can't mess with the kids around here, and you definitely can't hit them. If you do, just try it. We'll kill you. What a fearsome little gal. Okay, sorry. I was only joking. Just give me back my Microsoft. Thanks, guys. Wait, is King around? King got very upset that I didn't wish him happy birthday. King like messaged me and was like, I'm really upset. I bet it helps if she's only 4 feet tall. I did respond to King with it. I was like, mate, I don't even remember my mum's birthday, so I don't really know where you think you stand on this totem pole. And then I went back a year earlier and saw that King messaged me to tell him it was his birthday. And I was like, mate, look, you set the precedent. She used to be over 5 feet, but she shrunk a ton. Damn. That do be happening to older people sometimes. They get that scoliosis. Or the other one. There's a second one that's different. Just try it. We'll kill you. What if it's similar? Okay, sorry. Only joking. What's that shiny thing hanging on a chain? Show it to us, please. Oh, a watch. Pretty. Let's make a deal. You give us the watch, and we'll give you back your thingamajig. Just show us how it works, will you? We're curious. First the trade. The watch, the thingy, I mean the Microsoft. Hold on, I need to check if it's broken first. You might have been using it to hammer nails. I hate these kids. Got a bad hunchback. I actually hate these kids. Study of phenomena of children's belief in their own immortality. Surefire funding application. I can't tell if the game is intentionally making me hate the kids. or what, but I can see everything from up here. Artemi Barak, thank you for the follow. Must have been because I said I hate the kids. That gets all the follows. Can I even walk off? I don't want to find out. Okay, I guess we'll do the trade. Barter. To trade an item, I need to put into the barter slot. If I want something, I need to give something in return. I can do this by putting items in my cell on my inventory side. -3. 9. Apparently bugs are worth a lot. Some... Trade a bullet to a kid. Might as well do this trade. Nika gave me this on my first day at university. The inscription says, add Mana Anna. Who's Nika? Give tobacco to kids? Give tobacco to kids? Why not? Trade. The capital 2 weeks ago. Again. Get these wires out of my eyes. Huh. Oh, that's a compound molecule. I don't know what it is though. Chlorine? I see chlorine, I think. Chlorine. Hydrogen 2 chlorine? Chlorine. Huh. What a complex molecule. That woman was dead.
It's not love of living that drives us to overcome death.
Okay. Please hold on a little longer, even if after the inhalation therapy, the swelling won't go down immediately. She finally, where have you been? The woman you rescued from the morgue is conscious, but she might not stay that way. She's still very weak. It's amazing she's standing at all with the amount of gas she inhaled. Step aside for me for a moment, Chief. Check the morgue records. A body matching her description was declared dead last night. It could have been coroner's oversight or bureaucratic error. People make mistakes all the time. This doesn't prove anything. We're searching across the country for miraculous resurrections, and one springs up right under our feet in our institute's morgue. That's irony for you. Don't awaken the thrill of the hunt just yet. If this is indeed what we both think it is, we need to keep cool heads. I'm not claiming it does, but imagine for a second, no, let's stick to the facts. I spoke to the orderly on duty last night. He confirms that our subject showed no signs of life, and Platon himself was there when she woke up. Our subject. Slow down, Sarah. We don't have proof she meets the Fanaticas criteria. When she swam through the poison fog, she herself insisted that she had died. It's not proof, but she must have had some reason to think it. In any case, this is far more interesting. We can't miss this opportunity. Unfortunately, the subject is having trouble speaking. All that time in the gas has weakened her voice. I've rinsed her mucous membrane and performed inhalation therapy, but you understand I can't conduct an extensive interview. Shame. A first-time account could point us in the right direction. There's always a physical examination, or taking a sample. or an examination of her personal belongings. She came into the morgue with some items, though I haven't had a chance to go through them myself. I left them on the table by the back entrance. Will you take a look, Chief? Perhaps there's a clue. Ma'am, would you allow us to examine your things? Okay. She's been smoking the... Her eyes creep me out. Hello, do you remember me? I'm the Bachelor of Medicine, Danny, just head of the laboratory. Last night I saved you from the site of a serious gas leak. The man with death's eyes. Just a researcher into the problem of human mortality. My eyes were affected by the gas just like yours, but at least you remember something. Let's not wax poetic. My assistant provided you first aid. I hope you're feeling better. I died. Tunnel after tunnel. Please remain calm before we can be sure of anything. I need to examine you. Allow me to take a blood sample. Perhaps a microscope can give some clarity. A disease affects various body systems. The microscope helps identify the organ, which organ is infected. Tissue samples are placed on the glass slides. The assistant ensures the slides are sufficiently supplied. What do I do? What does this do? I don't... Okay, I took a sample. I can study the collected samples under the microscope. To perform the test, I need reagents. The doctor themselves in charge of their supply. By adjusting the microphone WS, I need to find red bacteria in the sample. To adjust the focus, it will allow me to see bacteria better. Lifespan of the culture is limited. I need to act quickly. Organ is affected. The pathogen has been found. Now what? Hey! I wish I could jump. I would ruin this game so bad. Locked. E. Concentrate. Lazarus personal effects from the morgue. Morphine tourniquet. 2 rings, obviously a pair. One would be too big for her. Herbs, not a bouquet, looks medicinal. Papers, they look official. I accept consent form for the experiment treatment at our institute. Herbs. Self-medication with folk remedies. 2 rings, obviously a pair. One would be too big for her. Unrequited love? Morphine tourniquet. Suffered from... I feel like I'm choosing when I pick that. I might understand more if I examine the resurrected woman myself. I leave. Let me out! Butterfly. 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 Spontaneous resurrectee. Breath is a bit easier, but talking is still diff. You can stay quiet for now, I just need to examine you. Whoa. Whoa. Use right to rotate the camera. Ooh. Do I click on these things? Enter inspection mode. Bruising, redness, rough injection. Seems like she had an allergic reaction. She signed consent for experimental treatment at the institute. Skin here is seriously damaged but due to her contact with gas, likely the same as her red eyes and mucus burns. Pale and gaunt, looks exhausted. It's no wonder her blood samples point to leukemia. Okay. Back. Skin is seriously damaged. I suspect contact with gas. Came from mucus burns. Okay. There's nothing on the arms. Arms. Bruising from repeated injections, constant attempted resurrection. Morphine. She did have some with her. Arms reverse. Okay. Legs. Skin here is seriously damaged, I suspect due to her contact with gas. Likely same for her red eyes. Okay. Legs reverse. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Could this truly be a case of spontaneous resurrection? She woke up with the mole during a... Currently, according to her test results, she has terminal illness. Signed a consent form to be treated with experimental drugs. I'm the Joker! She really just makes me think of the Joker when I look at her. You can stay quiet for now. Rest, I'll take another look at things you had with you. Perhaps I missed something. What would I'd have missed? I'm trying to think what I could have missed. Maybe I didn't miss anything. Maybe. Wait, can I ask her to rotate? I can rotate her arms. It doesn't really do anything for me. I can zoom in and out. Apparently I don't consider her buttocks or that area, like at the back of her hips, important. Must be no diseases there, like around her kidneys. Creepy toes. Love examining bodies. Hey, let me just go back to your stuff, I guess. Together with the examination test, the picture is more or less complete. Marks for her woman has late-stage leukemia, injected marks on her body. Morphine overdose, addicted to palliative treatment for the pain. Colleague thought she was beyond saving. Sheriff waits and our subject needs to rest. Time to come up with anything, even if it's preliminary. I won't do that.
You asked for it, you got it, Chief. You have too much of a spine.
What are you talking about? But man, Banny. Mad he can't check out her around the area has things like kidneys and stuff. That's an important place to examine. So, Chief, have you shed any light on this case? I'm loath to jump to conclusions, but could Fanatica have discovered some genuine wrong? Our subject is not a phenomenon, just a morphine addict. Morphine addicts are common in the morgue. She was in trial for a new drug. I'm not sure our colleagues will disclose their experiment, but I'd guess a 6-year. You allergic reaction, and you end up in the morgue. Did you notice the ring? I'm not trying to check her. Alright, freak. Hey, I'm just a thorough practitioner, you know? I'm gonna go with this one. Suppose, but how do we explain the most astonishing part, the resurrection? Why did the gas leak revive the subject? I don't know. Need to strip the 2 different laboratories down to the baseboards. Did you see the bruised injection site? Adrenaline. Someone tried to restart a heart with 2 small doses to gas leak. Released adrenaline. Do you think it was a mistake? Subject ended up in the morgue due to negligence. He wasn't actually dead yet. Oh my goodness, and then count of 4. Let's let our subject rest. Go through the lab's correspondence. There may be something useful in the flood of letters on miraculous resurrections. Yeah, let's just... Whoa. So does that mean she wasn't dead after all? The woman who supposedly came back to life? Alas. And all the others we tried to find too. Of right now, Sponge Russia appears to be nothing but fiction. Then what's your Microsoft even for? Doesn't show the future, doesn't raise the dead. It's just a toy, really. That's quite the bar you set for your expeditions, young man. Breakthrough can't happen in a single moment. It takes a sustained effort. Every step feels small at first, but we learn to resurrect the dead one day. Alright, if we can't see the future in that glass, then we're off. We've got important things to do. Sensible approach. Precious time shouldn't be wasted.
Enough. Why are you drowning me in details, Bachelor? Street kids stealing your microscope is an amusing anecdote, but it's not the crime we sat down to discuss 2 hours ago.
The fuck? What? Why was there a giant man in the sky? What's happening? Where am I? Inspector of the Special Committee. You sent to investigate the case of my criminal negligence. Supposedly I didn't save a town in the east of our country where a plague broke out. I didn't even try, apparently. He's luring me into a trap. His folder is full of intentionally false data. He's not interested in the truth, but rather the downfall of Bachelor Tukolsky. He is my enemy.
Homo homini hostis est.
Okay, I hate this guy already. He looks like... Do you ever remember the movie X-Men 1? That senator that gets turned into a weird water mutant guy? He kind of looks like he's in the mid-transition of that. Enough. Why are you drowning me in details, Bachelor? Street kids think... Okay. Homo homini. So, some species of... like... primate? Oh my god. Oh my... Just saying that triggered that memory. Not to go back to the subject, but... Why did Trump tweet a video of Obama and his wife as monkeys? Why? Why did that happen? You really gotta ask. No, I know the answer. And he did it on Rosa Parks Day. It's crazy. In Martin Luther King week. Crazy. Intentional, yeah, and fucked up. Yeah. Too much to keep track of. It's just all insane. How am I supposed to know, Inspector, what you deem important and what you don't? You know what I especially dislike? When an obviously intelligent man feigns foolishness to derail an investigation. I'm offended and embarrassed for you. We both know you're not a fool. Stop wasting my time at anyone. I just want to recount everything in order from beginning to end. The beginning doesn't interest me. My concern is the ending, the result, the finale. Is your backstory, your genesis, all of that is in the case file. Shall we review it? Yes, please. I'm quite curious to see what it contains. Let's see. Where was it? Ah, yes. The ministerial inspection of your lab. Fanatica. Began in early September. Your presence was required at all times. Instead, you dashed off across the country to a backwater town to bring back what might be described as a person with unique longevity, or at the very least, results of his medical evaluation. Let's set your fantasies aside for a moment. The important part is that you fled from the investigation. And this town had an outbreak of some fever the scientific community had no knowledge of. As luck would have it, you were the only medical professional on site. Accurate so far? I didn't flee. Proof of human immortality was the only chance to save. I don't understand what you're trying to find. On the third day, the town... Don't give them any concrete statements. On the third day, the town's leaders gathered in the town hall to form an emergency command to fight the epidemic. And what was Danny Dressler, who was, I repeat, the only qualified specialist in town, doing that day? What's that? Your lips trembling. Did I unsettle you? The tricks won't work on me. You're right to feel ashamed. That's not what I said. Instead of fulfilling your Hippocratic oath and leading the fight against the plague, you engaged in what? Come on, don't look at the table. My eyes are up here. I'm not looking down at your out of shame. I'm simply amazed at your informant's sloppy work. On the fourth day, the town lost its water supply. They required a hospital, but one person who could set it up. What was he doing? Tell me. Where did you spend your fourth and fifth day? I see what you're doing. You're all in it. Nonsense. Utter nonsense. Wasn't like that at all. Come the evening of the fourth day, the doctor from the capital attempted to flee dying town on a cargo train. Like a rat, he was caught and jailed. And there he remained as the plague ravaged the town. I admit, I find even the act of reading about it repugnant. Won't lie, I considered escape. Escape, not flight. That was the process of being destroyed back in the capital. Consider escape to avoid facing painful truth. When I came to town, I found Simon Kane, the immortal man who I pinned all my hopes on, was dead. When I came to town, I found out that Simon Kane, the immortal man on whom I pinned all my hopes, was dead. He died under mysterious circumstances a few hours before my arrival. But when the epidemic... Who are you fooling? Immortals don't exist. From the beginning, you knew as well as I did that Simon King was fiction, a false hope to cling to. When the epidemic began, you could have saved others. You're a doctor. You swore an oath. Why did you abandon the ordinary townsfolk? So, who cares what happened to the microscope and prototype? You failed before you even arrived. Oh, I'm now asking myself the question. Simon Kane's nature, the mystery of immortality and death, that's the most important thing that happened in this little town. And to me, but I can't just relay it to you. To understand, one must immerse themselves in the details, take in the full picture. And for the very best immersion, you tried to flee the town on the... Stephen King's death is the primary concern. Not the deaths of tens of thousands, but one fanatical old man. Oh my, Bachelor, oh my. No, you're twisting it. You're rewriting the past. Where did I lie exactly? Point it out. Everywhere. About the emergency plan, they escaped the hospital. The only thing you got right was the reason they came to town in the first place. Then tell me your version of events. How did it all happen? No tricks. Leave aside your stories of children and microscopes. Tired of repeating myself. I'm interested in the ending, not the beginning. Do you also read books backwards? You recount everything in whatever order I tell you to. On the 6th day, the plague destroyed the town. So if you would be so kind, explain to me what you were doing on the 5th day. Were you really so indifferent to the plights of the people around you? The town couldn't have perished on the 6th day. I was there for 12. There's an error in your report. Disappoint me, Bachelor. I'll ask you again. On the 5th day of the town, what were you doing the 5th day? Let me think. Oh! We've never used that effect before, and then suddenly. Why, if there's a plague, is there just fire everywhere? Like, who's lighting the fires? The hell's that thing? Was that the end of the game? Did I beat it? Hell yeah. Or is that the beginning of the game? Tutorial over. Three-hour long tutorial. I love tutorials. I've got a piss. Be right back. Day 5 in which the Bachelor will grab... I was reading that. Never leaving this place. They trapped me in this bloody town. Now I'm trapped in a jail cell. Okay. Riddle me this. What place has no entrance, has an entrance but no exit? Grave. This triple accursed town is sapping your resolve by the minute. Sleep maybe to dream. Lie down and forget. Is it local herbs blooming or have you finally cracked? Your legs barely stir. Will it always be like this? This despair isn't yours, I swear it's the local herbs messing with your head. I can combat apathy. Splash face on water on your cold face. In mania, you're sharp and fierce. Harmful side effects? Town will sap you and lull you to sleep. Hey, you out there, let me out already. Apathy and indifference are constantly rising. To move faster, fight apathy by increasing mania. Do this. Capella, Victoria Ogmaskia, daughter of the fat Vlad Oskmia, local magnate and master of town's industry. Blood of his blood. Local kids named her Capella for her ability to point out celestial map in the night sky. I heard she holds some inexplicable power over the town. I dismissed it. That was a mistake.
As a matter of fact, there's no matter nor fact.
Okay, you sound stupid as hell. Out, out, living soul. You keep me caged like a dog all night, and now you acknowledge I have a soul? Who are you? She did not like that. I am a mistress, well, a future mistress. but I think you'll agree that future and past are relative concepts. Mistress of what? Ceremonies, puppets? The Copper Mountain? Aren't you a bit short to be a mistress? How old are you? 14? 16? Future mistress, but my father can order 100 men into the Gorkun to drown, and they'll do it, too, since otherwise they'd starve. So people do listen to me. Ah, I see. How did I catch the interest of the local princess? I want to help you. How are you feeling? Oh, excellent. Good night's sleep, full of energy, ready to stand trial. Am I going to be tried right now? Why the sarcasm? They only locked you up so you couldn't run away. And you can't run away. Now you can't run away, so you have to come out of your cage. Just like that? Just like that. When you go upstairs, you'll understand why. But first I need to know one more thing. Why did you come to our town? I researched the nature of death. I was told you have an immortal man among you, Simon Kane. But when I got here, he was dead. So, what are you going to do now? I don't have a lot of options, do I? I'll look into what he left behind. First things, the phenomenon itself is gone, but there are still witnesses to his long-term exploration. I've been trapped inside this box, but I know what's outside: an outbreak, death, and death. Even in the guise of a mundane germ is my enemy, therefore I'll do my job. You're a brave man, but perhaps it's all connected. Immortality and a deadly disease? That's possible. You know, Bachelor, my father, envied Simon. And Maria Kane will always be my enemy. So there's no love lost between our families. And yeah, I must help you. I don't want to, I must. Otherwise the town will suffer. That's why I came here early. And waited 4 hours until you decided to wake up. You could have knocked. You could have knocked on the door yourself. I know where to find the last person who saw Simon alive. His name is Stack Rubin. Heard about him. He's a colleague of mine, one of the few around here. You haven't just heard about him, you work with him, or you will. Not quite sure. Not so sure of anything anymore. He's a doctor. There's a hideout in the warehouses. Look for him there. How do you know where his hideout is? The way you say it, it doesn't sound like it that much of a secret. I'm not just a mistress. I'm Lad Ogram's daughter. My father owns half the houses and very nearly all the people in town, and the warehouses and the ground under this jail. Well, shall I go then? But you won't be able to go there right now. While I was waiting for you, something bad happening. Something bad? When you go up those steps, you'll see. Mother said that a true mistress stands out by her timing. And here I am, right place but too late. Maybe I'll never become a true mistress. Don't you dare cry. I can't stand tears. Your hint helped me a lot. Well, you could have helped me sooner. Yeah, fuck you. I hate you. Let me through. Darkness. I shouldn't have wasted time dwelling on that. All I lost failed at everything I tried to do. End of the beginning. The daughter of a local factory owner, Victoria Owen Jr. She thinks she wields mystical power and the authority that comes with them.
If only I could live a year longer. A whole, endless year.
What the fuck? Who's talking? Who the frick is talking? Governor Sabrovo has the power, but not the will. Straight as an arrow. Alexander Sabrovo, governor of the town. Sabrovos are load-bearing bones of this town. Hard, dry, and colorless compared to the other two ruling families. Order rested upon them. When I arrived, Governor Sabrovo pinned all his hopes on me and hated me for it. He thought the stars from the capital would show the Canes and Orams how dangerous overreaching ambitions could be. Alas, that star proved to be another dreamer.
No. I can't stand it much longer.
Okay. Danskov, before you asked, I allowed the girl in. She's Orgam's daughter and she interceded on your behalf. But even if she hadn't, I wouldn't have kept you here. You threw me behind bars yesterday, and today you're already setting me free. At least I got some... Thanks. What were you detained for? You know perfectly well, Governor. Why do you ask? Tried to leave town, but your trap worked. Just in time, and I wasn't let go. Committed the most heinous crime a doctor could commit. You tried to abandon your patients, to flee town and save your sorry hide. That one. This town is my life's work, and it's dying because of all the doctors betrayed. Because all the doctors betrayed cowards and scoundrels, all of them. And yet, as Larry. Yeah, as Katrina would put it, the logic of the inevitability is strong, and the town has paid you back. Call it irony if you like. You have no idea what I'm at risk of losing, what I'm losing already. Whatever happened yesterday is beyond reach. Today the plague has reached the backbone. Behind the thin walls of this building, death rages. We've boarded up the doors and windows, but the plague fumes are seeping in. You and I, we have mere hours. The outbreak has reached the town hall. There have been cases of criminals surviving the sacking of a besieged city and prisons. Prison is also a fortress, but our fortress lacks food and water. Outside, we are presumed dead. Know this, Dankowski. I wanted to punish your cowardice. That much is true, but I did not want you dead. I am sorry. What do you mean presumed dead? 2 days ago, a decree was issued declaring all people in affected districts to be presumed dead, not to be rescued unless they call for help with signal bonfires. A folly without a protective suit. You can't venture into the miasma, let alone light the fires. So officially, you and I are dead. To get help, we need to light the bonfires. We should organize a sortie. The decree was issued, you say, but whoever wields that power, right? Tell me straight. You issued an inhuman rule, never expecting it to be its victim. I did not issue the decree, nor did you. Though everyone pinned their hopes on you at first. You have no moral right to condemn the decisions of those who at least tried to act. Fine, I'll deal with this later. But for us to be let out, someone has to venture outside, right? I'm ready to volunteer. Mazza already seeps into the room of the town hall, and you want me to open the front door? No. Our only chance is to barricade ourselves in and pray for a miracle. I have a device, a prototype. It disperses miasma. With that, I can go through the infected district. Device? Yes. The one you confiscated along with my belongings, including medicine, by the way. No, your gadgets from the capital are just as unreliable as you. I won't unlock the main entrance, risking contamination of the town hall, just because you're novelty lighter. At the beginning, you said you weren't going to hold me. Who's breaking their promise now? I can't risk that. Take that risk. I have an idea. You mentioned the plague is already seeping into the town hall. Where? The fire room. We've locked it already. Give me the prototype back. I'll clear the contamination in the fire room and prove to you that the device works. Fine. Your device should be in the main hall. Confiscated items are also there. On the counter, no one has disturbed them. God, my eyes are starting to go. There's so much reading. I didn't realize there'd be so much reading. Oh. I get sleepy when I read too much. I can't turn his head. That annoys me. Take them. After that, you'll unlock the fire room for you. But if you fail to clear the miasma there, you won't be let out. Glad you listened to reason.
Yes?
Yes? What's happening? Why is that going mad like that? False freedom, darkness. Oh, I see. Make way. Hello, random people. I'm begging you. Tell them to open the doors. Everything's locked. We're trapped in here. You totally out of your mind? Use your head. Do you think they lock the doors for fun? Have you seen what's out there? It's like the last days of Sodom. The Mara Shabanka walks on her clay legs. My friend stuck outside. We were together. I managed to slip inside, but he... What's going on outside? He's a goner. Forget it. My friend's gone. Whole district's doomed. There's plague fumes everywhere. No air to breathe. We're doomed. It's that simple. So why is everyone standing around like nothing happened? Why is no one doing anything? This is what's being done. The quarantine dictates the infected districts must be sealed off. And that's how we ended up here. I remember you. Whoever came up with the quarantine rules is a real idiot. They locked themselves in the town hall with that decree. We're cut off from everything. All doors are locked. They've walled us in and left us for dead. And who is this genius? Who is in charge of the quarantine? Someone or other could be anybody at this point. A chicken with its head cut off would do better. Seems like Orov Jr. was calling the shots at first. There was talk of a vaccine even. Then some big shots started issuing some ridiculous decrees. Isn't there a doc from the capital here? Isn't he overseeing emergency command? I heard the doctor lost his nerve and tried to skip town. Disgraceful. How could someone look themselves in the mirror? No, that's not how it was. You're mistaken. The doctor from the capital took charge. You said there was a vaccine? Doesn't look like it, judging by the outside. Because of the doctor, the big city rat only cared for himself. As soon as there was with a plague, he hit the road. Feel sorry for him. I understand. Fear I'd run too if I could, but it's too late now. I only regret one thing. Who's going to water Miss Zoya now? Miss Zoya? My poppy plant. My beautiful... She's just started blooming. Bright red flowers, oh so pretty, and now she'll wither my poor child. Whole town's a bringing death, you're worried about a potted plant. I feel bad for everyone, but so what? Miss Zoya's fault? I should have watered her when I went outside today. If I don't make it out alive, promise me you'll look after her for me, okay? She needs watering every day. Just a little, but it has to be done. I promise. I'll water your stupid ass plant. Who's this guy? Murderer's brother. You. Are you the head of this place? Could you sign this paper for me, please? The death certificate, I mean. Whose death certificate? My brother's dead. Bad man he was, wicked man, but he's still family. Now I'm fussing about collecting the papers, but I'll be frank, I don't have his name in here. I forgot his name. No one's willing to help me. You came to get death certificate drawn up for your brother, but you forgot his name. So you really your brother? I don't know myself how this could happen. It's like it was kicked out of my head. Like there's a black blot on my mind where my brother's name used to be. And the secretary said there's only been 2 bodies brought from the station. How could there only be 2 if Brooker had knifed 3? It's a mistake. Please tell them. You arrived on the same day. Maybe you saw it. I did. A herb bride took your brother's body away. Sorry, that can't be true. For the kin to take a body, somebody needs to give them permission. They have a special relationship with bodies. They would never take one without asking. I apologize. I'm entirely familiar with the local customs. I have to go. I did not do that to you. Take. I hate the way I hold this thing. Hello, sir. Vlad the Younger. Vladislav Ogsmar. Vlad, son of Ogsmar, the factory owner, heir of one of the 3 ruling families. One could imagine the autonomy he enjoyed living under his father's shadow. He thought his father's power could be gently modernized through reform. He kept up with contemporary thinkers. He put his faith in progress. And as his reward, the dirtiest of tasks fell to him.
How heavy is a head?
What? What options does the town have when there's no vaccine or cure? When there's neither a hospital nor doctors? Isolation and quarantine are the only tools to slow the plague spread. Hold on, are you the one who issued the decree not to rescue people from infected districts? Everyone is saying I acted as Isdor did 5 years ago. They can think what they want. But they're remembering it wrong. My measures were not too harsh. Isdor sealed off the plague districts with no chance of escape. I at least told the orderlies to keep an eye out for bonfires, to give those trapped behind the cordons a chance. I understand the logic behind it, but the measures should be granular, not district-wide. Why bonfires? What do they guarantee? An infected man could light one as well. It's a primitive belief, one might say. She can't tolerate fire. She's either afraid of it or in contrast, drawn to it like moth. Find it symbolic. So please keep in mind, our orderlies are simple folk. They need a convincing omen to compel them into plague fumes. Convincing to them, not to your eye. Can't tolerate fire? You mean the plague? The sarcasm is unwarranted. The plague feels alive even to me sometimes, let alone to the orderlies. If you'd spend any time with us, you'd understand it, and I was beginning to respect you. Be that as it may, by the 3rd day we realized the scale of the catastrophe. The town needed saving, and I was ready to propose concrete measures, and here we are. I will soon pay with my life for my actions. More like your father's actions. Surely it is he who placed you in this prestigious position. I'm not a proud man, Desiree. 2 days ago, I waited for you at the Emergency Evidence Committee meeting. If you wished to take matters into your own hands, I would not have stood in your way. But you simply did not show up. You're right, I have no retort for that. Hello? Oh, you lied to me. They led the town to its demise. That approach couldn't have saved anything. Full of short-sighted degree. Or just inexperienced to the point of criminal negligence. If I had held the power in this town, I would have worded it more wisely. Day 5, town died. I don't understand. This game is shifting a lot in a way I don't fully understand. It's confusing the hell out of me. Oh, fuck. Okay. I don't understand this is working. Shit. I'm now on the table. Am I dying? What's happening? Apathy has almost consumed me.
Weird, but tolerable. More thoughts. More thoughts.
I I do have an heir. Our town.
Shut up. What's that smell? Bile. The prototype uses other regions as well, but they hardly smell of anything. Your contraption works. Let's assume as much. Is it enough to traverse the infected districts? We've already established that you have no better option. If it's not enough, I won't be knocking on your door to be let back in. You have my word, I won't endanger you. Fine, let's assume that too. Listen up. You need to make it to the southern exit of the district. It's guarded by orderlies. The other exits are either sealed off or being guarded by vigilantes. Best avoided. Understand. But first, you need to light several bonfires. More than one, that's important. Again with the bonfires. I'll just tell the orderlies that there are living people trapped in the district. I'll be standing in front of them as living proof. As I said already, this is how it's been done since the first outbreak 5 years ago. There are fires burning in the area. That means there are still survivors, still able-bodied and healthy. Only those are worth saving. We were ordered not to bother with small pockets of doomed people. But you're suggesting I light all these bonfires by myself to deceive your own system. Not my system. We issued a decree in haste and panic. If I survive, I will overturn it. In other words, you thought you were always going to be on the other side of the court decree. Yeah, asshole. Hello. Okay. Can I go in here now? Outside I go. Start a fire, you need matches. I to open. Inventory. Where's the bonfire? I don't even know where I'm going. Oh, here we go. Some items like matches and vials are better kept in pockets rather than my carpet bag. Best consumables here from each pocket. I can quickly use items. Press F.
Think.
Okay. Over there's a bonfire.
Think, damn it.
Feel like I'm going the right way? Maybe?
Half a tone louder.
Doesn't seem particularly useful. Still looking for bonfires. I have no idea what's going on. There's one. Wait, no, this is just a loop. Oh, there's one right here. I'm an idiot. There's one. One more bonfire and I can go back to the orderlies. Uh-oh. May have to use something stronger.
Rewind.
Oh, you become way quicker if you're... Now they must let me out of this district. This way? Okay, I'm completely in the wrong direction.
Damn.
Okay. What the heck? Just around this building, it looks like. Up and round, baby. Hey. He's alive, boys. There's someone alive here. Not the first people to be surprised to see me. I'm not even surprised there's people trapped in town that need urgent help. Who was trapped in there is dead to us. Governor Sabaga's orders. Who was trapped in there himself. I assure you with medical expertise that the people in the town hill are alive and not yet infected. And who are you? I'm the only qualified doctor in this benign town. We're only doing our jobs. The degree is simple. No fires, no entry. People could be saved only if the bonfires are lit in the district, otherwise it meant they're all dead. Open your eyes, the bonfires are lit. Wait, really? Let me count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boys, there's survivors in the backbone. Well then. Clear the exit to the district. Escort people from fire to fire. Do not deviate from the route. This one. It's right, terrifying to go in there, but it can't be helped. Orders. And you, survivor, why are you still standing here? Get on to the clean district since you managed to walk all the way here. And good luck to you out there. Tell the governor that I won our bet, the people. And yeah, Your orders are a dangerous folly. Light the fires and that's it? You didn't even test me for infection. Suppose we can deal with this later. I'm out here. Town is merely a sequence of districts, and I am one of those to choose the sequence. I can choose a careful route, step by step, avoiding dangerous districts. Or walk directly to my target. No need to rush. If I change my mind, I can always undo my last move or Z start over. I can only go one. Wow, what a lovely place. Sorry, Larry. This game's weird. I like it. That kid just appeared and disappeared right in front of me. Where's the logic in that? How do I save? How do I save? Right. I'm knackered. All this reading has made me so sleepy. And it's midnight. So I think I'm going to wrap up. I may be around tomorrow in the evening on the Discord to hang out. But for now, I'm knackered. Yeah. Over week holiday though, so many times to relax. You know? So I'm gonna head out. I'll be back Tuesday from Eugenics, unless it's delayed. I don't think it will be. Yeah. I'm a go. If you're new to my channel, you can always follow it. You can also join my Discord for Discord later stuff like the game poll. And if you have a spare chunk of change, you can also subscribe. But for now, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go eat my fingers. I should play some more Age of